Greetings, everybody. We are live. Welcome back to another session of Land of the Lost. This will be episode 28. No, it won't be. Episode 29. I lied. I didn't even put that in my title either. Episode 29, The Price of Faith, is the title of tonight's session. Previous session 28, Ashes of Hope. We'll get into our recap. We have a full table tonight. Blackpool has returned from the void. So last we left off, you had followed your lead seeking the return of the bones of St. Andrew. Milyov had told you that Henrik the coffin maker had paid him to steal the bones. So you arrived at the coffin maker's shop. You knocked several times and received no answer. Arcos, after having a little wander down the side of the building, does hear movement from within, and after a short discussion, Arcos and Henriks move to the rear of the building and find a locked door, which Arcos deftly picks, and you gain entry. Moving into the space, you find a darkened storage room with many newly crafted coffins scattered about this room. It seems to be a showroom of sorts. Henriks moves through the workshop and opens the front door to let Ripple and Reed inside. Ripple looks to storm forward but is persuaded to wait, and then a coordinated entry is formulated. And with that, from two separate areas, you enter a small room where you find Henrik the coffin maker seated at a small table. Fear in his eyes as several strangers have just stormed into his home. Arcos gets right to the point, asking about the bones, to which Henrik sort of, for a moment, seems like he's going to try and offer excuse or lie or what have you. But he stammers and attempts to offer some excuse, but doesn't seem to sway anyone. Pressed, he tells you that the bones are upstairs and that he would lead you to them. Arcos and Reed were quite adamant what would happen otherwise. He leads you up a stairway into what looks like more storage. Timber, crates, a number of very fancy looking coffins resting on top of one of the crates, wrapped in cloth. Henrik points out the bones of St. Andrew. The question is asked about whom they belong. Henrik says that the coffins, that is, that they were for sale. On closer inspection and the obvious mistrust from Arcos in this situation, I don't want to be attacked suddenly. As you get closer, obviously, Henrik stands upright, the fear melting from his face. He sets his lantern down and closes the door behind him. He stands to his full height of about 6'2", 6'3", and gives off a much more intimidating presence. And then his visage slowly fades and he disappears from view. At that same time, 3 of the 5 coffins open and undead minions step forward and attack. Vampire spawn. The battle is quick and fevered as the spawn viciously rip at your flesh. Reed grows in size, steps into battle. Henriks remains near the door to prevent escape or ambush. Arcos, silver blade hand in hand, flashes with every attack. Ripple unleashes witch bolts, lightning, and Reed's increased size enables him to deal easily with some of these undead creatures and dispatches the first of the enemies. As the second of the spawn is felled, Henrik reveals himself, and is also, now you can see quite clearly, he himself is also undead. As the flash of the pearly white grin reveals the fanged teeth beneath. Excuse me. Reed, Ripple, and Arcos take substantial wounds, but eventually you bring the final spawn down and then focus on Henrik. Reed deals the final blow to Henrik, almost cleaving him completely in two. In the aftermath of the battle, you notice that where some of these crates had been smashed completely, revealed a trap door. Upon opening it, you find a stairwell descending beneath, which technically, as I said in the game, like it should go down into the storage room below, but you didn't see a staircase as you came in, so it was kind of odd in itself, just the placement. After some more quick discussion and hearing the voice of Henrik taunting you, you decide that returning the bones is a priority. As you turn to head out, the bodies of these vampire spawn melt into a mist and disappear. You exit the building by the rear door, and as you step out of the street, you are stopped by the Valakian guard and questioned, as the noise of the battle has obviously drawn some attention. Giving you your information, you are given leave to return the bones, as the guard seem put out by the idea that Henrik was responsible for the removal of the bones, and they seem to believe your story. You promptly do so. Head back to St. Andrew's Church. You replace the bones back where they belong, and I believe you resealed them as well with I think it was a little bit of magic potentially. I can't remember whether you used magic or not, but I do remember you sealing them back into their rightful place. I think Henriks used Move Earth.
I used Alarm to see if anyone...
And you said Alarm as well, yes. As the day came to a close, however, the ceremony for the dead of Valaki from the vampire spawn attack from the previous night is set to begin. You all head there with the exception of Arcos, who we will start our session with. So, as you prepare yourselves, the inn itself is still locked and closed, but you do have access to your rooms, as that is external access. So I would imagine that you would head back to the organise yourselves, change into more appropriate attire if you so wished, or remain in your armour and things. It's up to you. But Arcos, you have chosen not to attend this ceremony. What are you doing in this moment? It's going to be, the ceremony is probably going to run for maybe an hour or two at tops.
Arcos is probably going to go back to the coffin makers and just try and scope it out on his own, so not to make a scene, like see what it's like in the aftermath of what they've just done.
Okay, so we'll stay with you just for a moment. You make your way back through the township of Valaki. You're not stopped by any of the Valakian guard, although you do feel their eyes on you as you pass through the streets. You head back towards Henriks' shop, and I mean, you find it pretty much as you left it. The doors are closed, nothing's open. There is a guard standing out the front of the building, however. As you approach, he does step forward, looking like he's either going to try and stop you or at least talk to you.
Good day.
Had better days, but good evening, afternoon, I guess.
It's hard to tell in this place.
What do you need?
You've been inside?
No, I was told to stand here and watch the place until an investigation can be carried out.
Good to know.
Apparently your accusations were taken quite seriously.
Well, there wasn't much left to look at once we'd finished. Strange business.
Well, I don't know details, but as I'm just here to watch the place. Do you need anything?
No, just sort of head back and make sure that wasn't any residual complications. We weren't sure if there was anyone else inside, so I'm assuming you would know if there was, but
I
Maybe
haven't
you don't.
heard anything. I haven't been inside. As I said, I'm just making sure no one else goes in. I haven't seen anyone come out. But, I mean, probably shouldn't, but if you wish to go have a look, I guess, I mean, you and your friends kind of did whatever. I mean, apparently you had a small battle inside and exposed Heinrich for the traitor that he, for a traitor, I've been told.
well, that's one way of putting it. No, maybe I'd best not go in there on my own.
I mean, that would be a smart choice. Generally, investigating strange places by oneself is not considered wise, even for the likes of me.
Yeah, I think I just need an excuse not to go to the ceremony. Do you know many that died?
Unfortunately, a few. Most of us lost people we knew. I mean, we're a sizable town, but we do know most people. Several of the Valakian watch was killed in the attack, trying to protect our town.
Did you draw the short straw, or not much for ceremony?
I was not on duty the night of the attack, so I got lucky. And I mean, I'm only a low-ranking soldier. Well, not really a soldier. I'm really a shopkeeper, but I volunteer from time to time. Main profession's butcher, really. But we are kind of short at the moment, so here I am.
Well, hopefully you can pay your respects a bit later, I'm sure.
I most certainly will. And how is it you are not attending?
Me and the deceased have an understanding that if I stay away from them, they might stay away from me. And I say understanding, but anyway,
You
it
can
takes
see-
too long to explain.
He has a really sort of quizzical look on his face, like talking about the dead. Like, kind of sort of is a little confused at what you're trying to say, like he's not fully understanding.
Yeah.
But he sort of just nods and says, "Oh yeah, totally get it.
Yeah.
Not
Not good
really.
at funerals.
Fair. And to be fair, you probably didn't know many of the people that were lost, as you are not from here.
No. The father was good to us, though.
Well, Father Petrovich, yes, yeah, he was a good man. He married me and my wife, as it happens. He will be missed. Not
I hear
sure
that-
who's going to fill his shoes, but
Yeah, I heard they sent for someone, I believe.
I mean, there's few priests, clerics in these parts. I mean, I did overhear someone talking about possibly sending word to the abbot and possibly getting someone, but rumours would suggest the abbot's a fucking bit of a loose, has a bit of like a few bushels short, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that sounds about right from, my understanding of things.
But someone might step up. I mean, at least the bones have been returned and the place feels a lot safer again.
Well, I'd better head back to the church. I'm sure they'll be expecting me there when they finished.
Right, you are. Oh, for what it's worth, have a pleasant evening, sir.
And you. And Arcos will sort of slowly head back to the church. Every now and again he'll look up towards where the Burgermeister lives, because he was considering going there too, but he's like, he's only got an hour or so, like, doesn't want to get into too much trouble.
No problem. We'll leave you there for a moment. We'll go head back to the main group. So as you guys sort of follow the bulk of the villagers, or the Valakians, to the rear of the church, and you can see there's a large funeral pyre has been constructed, and several bodies and other, like, you can see it's not bodies laid out, it's almost like they're piled up, not disrespectfully, because you know there was a lot of body parts as well. A lot of people were completely ripped to pieces, so there wasn't a whole lot left to bury or burn. So it's been constructed in such a way, they've been covered, you know that the bodies are there, it's all been set up, and you've got, again, some of the township have constructed wicker suns that they've hung on either side of the funeral pyre to represent the mourning lord, the deity that they seem to worship, or some seem to worship. The one thing you do notice almost immediately is that the two people you would expect to see here are not here. So the Baron Vargas and his wife are not present, and neither is Essex Strasny, their bodyguard. So there is a reasonable contingency of Valakian guard. There's the Valakian people. The person that seems to be presiding over this is the elderly woman that you guys talked to in the church. She seems to have taken on that role, that kind of spiritual leader type role in this moment. And
good old babushka.
She gets up and she starts to speak. Initially she speaks in native Valakian, or native Barovian, which is not a language any of you know. You get the gist with what she's saying. I mean, it's a funeral. She's obviously offering solace and prayer over the bodies before they are sent to the mourning lord. And then towards the end of it, she does switch to common and make mention of the outsiders that offered their aid in Vallaki and have managed to return the sacred bones of St. Andrew back to the church. Yes, Esmeralda is her name. Quite right. And a lot of people sort of turn and acknowledge you guys, even standing where you are. So you're probably standing a little bit further back. You're not really part of the township itself. So with that, she nods to a younger gentleman, which you recognize as Milyov the gravedigger. And he takes a lit torch and steps towards the funeral pyre and touches it in 3 or 4 places along the base. And quickly it ignites and starts to burn quite ferociously. The wicker suns ignite and burn alongside it as that sort of takes off. People don't sort of hang around too much. They wait for the fire to be sort of fully engulfed. A few people walk up and throw homemade sort of wreaths or flowers into the flame, or small balls of wicker, their own version of a wicker sun, into the flame. And within half hour, 45 minutes or so, there's not many people left in the churchyard. They've all sort of made their way back into town, back towards their homes, kind of leaving you guys there by yourselves almost. Is there anything you're wanting to discuss while standing here watching the funeral pyre burn?
You guys have anything?
No one has anything?
Sorry, I've been away. Bee dolphins. No, wait. Somber mood.
Bee dolphins. Fuck no.
I'm bringing it back. I've been away.
It's a wonder with a town this size that they can see this many disappear. And it doesn't, like, make them crack.
Well, this was all their security as well, right? I mean, most of it, anyways. I dare say, and this is like the first time they've had such an attack as well of like a magnitude. Or
Well,
do you think
I'll
that
get
this
you guys
happens
to
all
roll
the time?
I'll get you guys to roll an insight check in this moment as well.
Okay.
All except for Arcos, obviously.
Oh, there it is.
So we got, yeah, it's been a little delayed. So we've got Jarek with an 18, Ripple with a 6, Reed with a 22, Orvan with a 12. So I would say even Orvan, you would probably notice this, even not probably as readily as Reed or Jarek. But out of all the people that had been at this funeral proceeding, you only noticed a few that seemed emotional. Like, others just seemed like they were going through the motions. And you've noticed that a few times since you've been in Barovia itself, not just here in Vallaki, even in Beriskar and Kresk, when you were dropping the wine off in Kresk, you noticed that there was only a handful of people or a few people that seemed to have any kind of life, opinion, like any kind of sort of humanity about them is probably the easiest way to put it. Everyone else just seemed almost emotionless, going like they were going through the motions. No color, no feeling. And you saw that more so this evening because there was a lot more people there. They were there, but they just didn't seem like it was affecting them at all. Like it was just no emotion to speak of. There was a few, but it's not many.
Is Esmeralda one of, like, she's one of the ones that's showing some emotion and stuff?
Yeah. You definitely notice
she's-
certain those that stand up and speak, or having an emotional outburst, or like it's not just good emotions. It's like goes both ways. So those that you've had heated discussions with, obviously have life and ambition and they tend to have feelings, it seems. Whereas even walking through town, dealing with just general town folk, some of them are just there, almost like a husk of themselves.
With just NPCs.
You could call them that. This has become more apparent specifically because of what's happened. It's probably stood out just that little bit more that, hey, that person just doesn't seem like they care at all. Didn't seem to have any kind of connection with anything or anybody. They were just there, and then they wandered off.
Can I go and speak to Esmeralda if she's still around then?
Looking around, she is still there. She looks like she's about to leave, but you're able to catch her if you're wanting to talk to her.
Yeah. Just want to go up and clasp her hands and just, I don't know how much that took from you, like, emotionally, but like I don't know how often you have to go through this. Are you holding up okay?
And
have you lost people?
She clasps her hand back and looks you in the eyes and just says, "Refreshing to to have someone who cares so much. We are holding up okay. We're doing all right. This has not happened in Valaki in my lifetime. Nothing like that. The walls keep out the unnatural things, usually.
I mean, also the fact that there was the church, like, protected everybody as well.
You and your friends have returned the bonds. We are once again safe.
I didn't say it. Can I insight that? Because, like, I mean, have we talked to her about that?
I think it's the whole town knows.
Sure.
Because the bones were taken back, and
Yeah.
you guys would have been seen to have been returning them. You would have talked to someone to know exactly where they went, and it probably would have more likely have been her or someone that she knows. She seems to have taken that sort of spiritual leader role at this point. So she's definitely on the level. You can see that she's 100% sincere.
Sure.
The whole town knows that you guys managed to find the bones and bring them back.
Yes, I mean, unfortunate events, obviously, with one of your own, and like we don't like to, you know, we're outsiders, but we're trying our hardest to help you guys out as well. We obviously don't want to come for any of your townspeople or anything like that. Like, I'm hoping that has helped us be in your good graces as well. Because we did want everybody to still be protected.
Some of us are not as hard-headed as others. While you may not be from here, you still took it upon yourselves to find a sacred artifact and return it. You are heroes in many eyes. Others are set in their ways. You will have to forgive them for things they do and say. We're not used to seeing people from outside of Barovia staying for long.
We want to do our best. We always want to protect and help where we can. Sorry, the dog. The dog. He's just under my feet. I was like, what the hell is that? Yeah, but is I'm going to like slyly look around at the empty husks, sort of like walking around.
Yeah.
This energy normal?
She looks at you and she steps a little closer to you, lowers her voice, and just simply says, "Some things better discussed behind closed doors. Not in the open. You get my meaning."
Absolutely. Over tea anytime.
But if you will excuse me, I have a few things to do and I must attend to them smartly. But please, come visit the church anytime.
I will definitely be attending if I can. Help in any kind of way for you guys after all of this. And also, what is the... hang on, she does worship the...
She worships the Morning Lord, yes.
Dude?
Yeah. She's a small symbol with the sun around her neck.
What is the appropriate exchange for your lord? I have a different god, but what is do you have one?
Everybody's faith is different. Not all worship the same gods. We understand this. But just may the Morning Lord protect you.
Well, may he protect you, and we will chat soon.
And she nods and again squeezes your hands, but before she just slips her hands out of yours and turns and heads off to talk to another couple of people, and they head back towards the church.
I'm just gonna wander over to the fire and just look at it a little bit.
No problem. Anybody else?
Question.
Yes.
Would there have been any nobility of notice here? Maybe perhaps somebody whose last name with a B?
The Burgermeister? Is that what you're saying?
No, we did.
no,
Yeah,
no.
we said that Baron Vargas and his wife were definitely
I'm
not
thinking
there.
Lady V.
Lady Vagda?
Yeah, I'm wondering if
Because
she
you don't know
possibly
what she
showed.
looks like, you probably
That's why
would
it's
not
just
have
nobility in
noticed
general.
Roll perception check for me. This is probably something you should have asked before that everyone scattered, but we'll retcon a perception check for you. Nope,
Oh yeah,
natural one. You failed.
definitely don't.
That was a natural one. So you know, you didn't notice any nobility or anyone that looked a little bit more noble than anyone else, let's say.
Oh damn. I tried.
Anybody else got anything wish to do or say before we would say that you guys sort of head back to the church and end up meeting back up with Arcos?
Oh, I will note.
We...
I haven't been
Hey?
going crazy with my weapon the whole time. I
No worries.
chilled out.
We'll say that happens in general combat stuff, just because
Right.
contextually the fact that you're constantly spinning that blade out of combat just doesn't make any sense to me. So
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
yeah, so we'll deal with that. That's fine.
That's the one. He was the one that we took.
He was the one
we
that
got the tip
he's the
from for
one.
the bones,
yeah,
right?
he's the one that took the bones to Heinrich, and he was the one that gave you the information, which led you to Heinrich, the coffin maker.
I'm just gonna also I assume he's still around too, and
He
Head up to
wouldn't have
him.
stuck around for long. He
Okay.
lit the fire, and because of his transgression, I would say that he probably would have made a hasty exit after lighting the fire.
can I make sure that I have made eyes with him at least before he leaves to just be like, not in an unkind manner, just say, like it
Yeah.
is okay, like
Oh,
from
easy enough,
far
yeah.
away.
And you can tell that the guilt is tearing him apart. Like his face is just racked with guilt. So that being said, eventually
What?
you
A
do make
vampire
it.
spawn? No.
You make it back to around to the front of the churchyard, and you find Arcos seated on the church stairs. I would imagine. Where would Arcos be?
Yeah, I think so. He's just sort of waiting for them to come back. He doesn't necessarily want to be inside the church, getting in the way. So
No problem. Easy enough done. So you all eventually come together at the front of the church. It is early evening. You do, now that this proceeding has come to completion, you do notice that the watch, the Valakian guard, is still very alert. There are more than usual. Usually it's about 20 to 25 guards sort of roaming throughout Valaki, and sort of five or so at each gate. Walking, sort of even just standing out around here, you've noticed a lot more. So you would imagine that them almost doubled the watch. Even with the bones return, they're still very wary of what's gone on and what could potentially happen or what they fear might happen. So there's definitely a bigger presence of guard in Valaki.
Do these look like they are like haphazardly thrown into this role, or are they like
Some of them do.
dressed for this?
Yeah,
thing?
some
Okay.
some of them definitely do. Like some, you would look at them immediately and say, "Hey, that's a career guardsman or a career soldier." They have that look about them, that sort of the way that they've got their armor done up and the way that they wear their weapons or carry their weapons. And some definitely look like they're more like a volunteer militia as opposed to Valakian Guard. Some don't even have uniform. They just happen to maybe have a helmet on and carrying a spear and a shield rather than just being a general citizen. So you can tell that they've brought in volunteers to sort of help with that, which does happen in a lot of towns too. Like, it's not just guardsmen that are guards, that like they quite often have volunteer militia within the townships as well.
Arcos, what were you up to?
Just went back to the coffin maker to see if any more happenings had taken place. How was the ceremony and the burning? I can smell it from here.
I mean, you know, as expected, I suppose.
Smells like roast pork.
Showed presence. What do you mean more happenings? You're not meant to. Don't do these things on your own.
I needed to do something while you were, paying your respects.
You could have also done the same, I suppose.
I got enough things haunting me already. I don't need strangers.
Well, we still showed presence, so like I think that was the. And we have a new friend in our. Points to the sort of church because you're like sitting on the stairs. The Esmeralda has, I guess, taken over as the leader of the church, I suppose.
It was quick.
Game meets game.
Well, I'm sure it'll bring people comfort.
It might.
So
do you want to investigate this again?
I told Reed we would, and obviously Heinrich is not dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Is he not?
Yeah.
Did not Reed just like smoosh his brain? Look, I wasn't there. I don't know.
I mean,
I was dreaming about other things in another world.
any normal being would be dead. But he was talking to us after the fact.
In your head, as like from his body? In your head?
I don't. Was that in
No,
our
it was
head, or was that-
it was everybody heard it. It was like a whisper.
It was like
like
yeah, it was like
it was sort of like an echoey whisper that it sounded like it emanated from everywhere, like just within the place itself.
it was coming from the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some sort of
Cool.
undead thing that like
Yeah,
you have
it's
to
like
set on
omnipresent
fire to
voice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love things in the dark like that. That's cool.
And there was a trap door
Not
that
many.
he showed us. But he showed us it.
Are we going to
That's
go
what I
back and
don't
check that
get.
out?
That's what I don't get. He
what
showed us
Arcos
it
wants
for
to
a
do.
reason.
And Reed.
And Ripple?
Like,
Sure.
Yeah, there's at least one guard there. I didn't get his name. God, I'm impolite. He's a butcher, though. I know. See, I know things. I don't attach names.
it's not the
Probably
butcher that
Vlad.
it's not the butcher I almost like took out, is it?
Were you planning on going tonight?
I mean, we probably need some rest, right?
I'm fine.
What if the trapdoor's not there when we go back?
Why would it not be?
Well, what if it was another little game?
So how did he show you? Was he just like, look at my
smashed a
trap door?
box.
This is so
No.
cool.
He smashed a box. and
He
it was
wasn't
there.
purposely showing you it. It was
Oh, okay.
it was just
well, that's what
inadvertent.
Reed
Yeah,
thinks.
inadvertently during the battle, the crate got obliterated because of what
So
was
he could
going
throw wood
on,
at us.
and it revealed the trapdoor.
His arm did slump that way though.
It did kind of.
In that weird Hollywood movie
It's like,
trope. It's like you need to go here.
Is this like the Da Vinci Code? Like,
Yeah.
the blood's like, it's here, guys.
There's
Here's the
literally a
MacGuffin.
chalk outline now
Yeah.
with a finger pointing
That's
to the
exactly
trapdoor.
it.
It's a chalk outline that looks like what is it? The David pose.
Michael
E.T.
Jordan with the,
E.T.
his
phone
hands
home.
touching it.
I mean, we can go now if you want.
I mean, it's
I mean,
early
I'm not
evening. It's
too
not
worse.
super late. Like you're
Not too
looking,
worse
you're
for
looking
wear. We can-
around sort of dinner time, so it's not like super late
I
in the
think-
evening.
Would we get a short rest from watching the fire burn? Or just chillaxing and watching? An hour.
I would say
Chillaxing
yes.
and watching bodies burn.
We're not
by
really
the
doing. We're
way.
not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd give you that. It'd be a short rest.
Netflix and body burn. I love it.
Man, should have gone and watched some bodies burn. I could have got some HP.
I mean,
Netflix and Barovia.
yeah, your walk
my
there
God.
to the back from Henriks and back. Yeah, you probably wouldn't get one, but
Perfect, I'm full. That's all I was looking
Nice.
for. Do I have to click rest after that?
You can stay full
Yes,
if you're
just
not
a short
here.
rest, yeah.
Ha
Yeah, because I get second wind, action surge, and fire from short rest.
Doesn't matter if I click it, nothing changes.
See, for me, that's big. Just in case.
no problem. So you obviously have your short rest. You recover. You're back to a church. So what are we going? What are we doing, chat team? Are we heading back to Henrik's coffin shop, or are we finding rest for the evening?
I mean, if you
Was that
guys
feel
are
like
going,
we're
going
I'll
on
come
it?
with you.
I'm up.
Let
for
us go on
going
an
back.
adventure. Let's go back and have a look at this coffin shop. I thought you said coffee shop and I got excited. But...
Oh man, you can get some croissant.
Go to the coffee shop.
Oh,
Different kind of croissant. Burnt
Yeah.
Cooper's.
wait, is there chocolate inside?
Probably, but
Oh,
it wouldn't be
So
my
are we
brain.
unanimous about heading back to Henrik's?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we have
I-
3 of 5 either way, so like,
Yeah, seems like a majority vote.
you're coming with this time. In case
yeah, I mean, I have to go, right? I have to see
You
what's
kinda.
inside. It'd be kind
So,
of cool.
Heading back, you find that same Valakian guard still sort of patrolling out the front, and he sees you return with your companions, and this time he doesn't stop you. He just walks up to you, Arkos, and says, wise choice. It's still all open.
Yeah.
I'll be out here in case you need assistance. Just
And
holler.
your name is?
Peter.
Ah, of course.
Oh, Arco said it was Butcher McButcherson. Fair enough.
No,
When he
just
says if
just
you need help-
just Peter. P-E-T-A. Just so you know.
my eyes just go huge, just like,
Hey, was anything happening since you've been here? Any strange sounds?
No, it's
Any
been pretty-
funny mists?
Pretty quiet tonight, actually. I mean, the mist's always here, mate. Like, have you not? Where have you been? This
Well,
is-
I was more coming
like,
from the
look at
building.
it. Look, it's there already.
Yeah.
You mean from the house? Well, why would there be mist coming from the house?
Just a suspicion. But if it's nothing, then we're all good.
He sort of shrugs his shoulders and goes back to his patrol, allowing you entry back into Henrik's shop. Which door are you going to enter? The rear where you first entered, or back to the front? Either's unlocked. So you have either
Okay.
way is up to you.
Reed and Ripple are going to go around to the front, and then
Yeah. And then they're gonna try and smash the door down there.
A dual entry.
No, we go through the front. We've been invited in.
You have.
We go through the front.
Exactly.
So
If any of us are vampires, we're good.
you make entry through the front door of the coffin maker's shop. Immediately you are back into that familiar area, the workshop, where now obviously it's dark. None of the lights are in this place. So you are able to, if you wish, to light lanterns that are present throughout the house. There's lanterns like oil lamps that hang from the ceiling, which are easily reachable. There's a chain. You can bring the chain down, lowers it down. You can light it, put the chain back up. So we'll retcon it and say you light your way as you go. So in the main room that you just walked into is the workshop. And you can see a range of tools, chisels, hammers, planes, all the tools required for woodworking. Knowing where the stairwell is to take you upstairs, you can head back through the area where you first encountered Henrik, which has a small table and chairs. There's a set of cupboards here. You'd assume this is like a dining area. Move through that into the coffin storage room and then turn and head up the stairs. When you get to the top of the stairs, you've got 2 doors. So the door into the storage room that you were taken with the bones, and there's another door opposite. Both are closed at this time. So up to you what you wish to do at this point, where you wish to go. If you want to go straight to the storeroom, if you want to have a gaze around the other area, you can. It's up to you.
I
Wonder how
just
long he's
focus
been
it-
undead.
it's-
Gonna poke it around in his stuff.
I was gonna say, any great door frames? You know how that worked
No,
out
this
really
this
good last
building is
time?
very plain. No carved door frames.
He's a freaking coffin maker.
He's got a lovely
Seriously, there's
coffin
nothing
he could
cool?
offer you.
Ah, and offer me? Wow.
Yeah.
There's a really nice
wasn't
coffin
dead.
upstairs.
There's probably some child-sized ones for you.
Did we forget to tell her that there was exactly enough coffins for each of us?
Oh, we did.
No, you didn't.
We didn't tell
Yeah,
her.
they were planning our demise.
What do you
So,
mean?
what is the
Does it
choice?
have
You're
our
going into the
names
storage
on it?
room or into
Storage
Henrik's
Down,
chambers?
downstairs. Is it down the stairs? That Heinrich's chamber? Storage room.
You got 2 doors.
No.
Nutty, listen.
Left or
2
right?
doors, left or right. One's the storage
Right
room,
is
one
chambers.
is his chambers.
Left, I don't know.
That's where
I'm
we
gonna
were
go
before.
into his chambers. I
I knew
find
someone
out
would,
how
that's why I
long
brought
he's
it
been
up. So, what you find as you walk into this room, initially it's a kitchen area. So you've got a stove, there's a square table, pots and pans and things like that, and then there's another door up to the opposite side of this room. There's nothing really stands out in here. It's just it's a general kitchen area. You move into the next room, Mr. Arcos.
Yeah. Let's not stand about on
This
ceremony.
guy has a trapdoor. He probably has false floors too.
As you push into this area, you find a modest bed chamber. There's a single bed, several well-made pieces of furniture. You can tell he was obviously woodworker. He's obviously made his own furniture. Table, padded chair. There's a bookshelf and a wardrobe.
While we're walking around, I'm being very careful to just scan for any sort of hidden doorways or levers that appear to be something mundane, but it's actually mechanical.
Shall we open the
Roll a
wardrobe?
perception check. You open the wardrobe.
Yeah. Check to see if there's a back on it.
Well, if you're doing that, you want to roll. If you're going hands-on investigation, or if you're just looking perception. Direct, you don't really see anything with your perception of 8,
There.
and with Ripple's perception of 11, you don't find anything out of the ordinary
I'm
either.
hands-on. I'm touching things.
Investigation. Anyone who wants to look around for hidden compartments or things like that, investigation if your hands-on perception.
Can you
Otherwise,
just not dice? Are you just mad at me? Seriously.
well, Van also does not notice anything that stands out.
I'm looking for.
Arcos, are you looking around as well, or are you just having a general
No.
nosy?
Arcos
do.
is still a little bit knackered, so
Very
he's
good.
moving a
I'm,
little bit slowly.
Look,
I want to look for where he'd store money.
of course.
So we've got everyone's made a roll. The rolls are all pretty low. Reed with a 13. You don't really notice anything either. Sorry, Reed.
That's fair.
So no one really notices anything. It just looks like a standard room.
Are there any rugs
Well,
on
I
the
guess
floor?
he just doesn't have anything here.
You want rugs now?
Well, what do you do when you have to hide things? You hide them under rugs or crates, obviously. Or maybe under the bed.
How about under the? I was about to say, how about under the bed?
Yeah.
With
there-
those
there's
rolls,
always
you guys
somewhere.
do not find anything out
We
of
haven't
the
got-
ordinary. You don't find anything valuable. Unfortunately, your skills of perception and investigation are quite terrible today.
Does he have any food in the kitchen?
There is
I
food,
should have rolled
basic food.
perception.
I'd grab myself a snack. Why not?
Actually,
You know-
I lied. No, there's not.
Ooh, that. Oh, true.
Oh.
Which would stand to reason.
Snacking on people.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah, you open
He's not-
the cupboard where there
not
would
good at
be
hiding,
food stored normally in a kitchen, and it's just dusty and bare.
If only we'd looked in here first, we would have known he wasn't just some old geezer.
So with that, moving back into the storage area, where you find the 5 very well made coffins still situated where they were, 3 with lids open, 2 with lids closed. The smashed crate, which you've moved aside to reveal the trapdoor, still lying open as you
Oh.
did open it.
Jarik didn't get to roll for investigation.
No, I did. I rolled perception, but it's all good.
Yeah, he rolled perception
okay.
at an 8, which was relatively
enough.
low. So, you were standing at this trapdoor with its stone spiral staircase descending into darkness.
Well, Reed, you were super keen. You can go first if you like.
Have you got
Huh.
good eyesight in the darkness?
Yeah, I have 120 feet. I can see farther than
Oh.
most.
So, as a
yeah.
reminder to our players and to our viewers, dark vision does not grant you vision in the dark.
In pitch.
What
right.
it does is it grants you...
Normal vision and dim vision.
No,
dim
it does
light.
not.
In grayscale.
You have essentially, you need to have ambient light in order to be able to
Right.
see in dark, with your dark vision.
Right.
Out to 60 feet, you can see in the grayscale, in dim, it seems like it's dim light, but you can see, like you can't make out a lot of details. You can see things,
Right.
but don't fall into the trap that because you have dark vision, you can just see in the dark. It just doesn't work that way.
Right.
You have to have some form of ambient light, and it is more like walking around on a dark night and a full moon. Like even in a half full moon, you've got some things you can see. You can make out figures and shapes, but you can't make out a lot of details, and there is no color. So what you'll notice if whoever decides to descend the staircase first, by the time you take your first or second, probably your second spiral, you're in pitch black. There is no light down here whatsoever.
I'd light a torch because it's
Easily enough done. You light, you
100%.
spark the torch, and it fills the space with ambient light and bright light, enabling you now to follow this staircase down.
yeah.
As you spiral downwards, following the stairs, generally the sound of your footsteps on the stone stairs echoing in this space. 5 minutes you travel down. It almost seems like an impossibly long staircase, but eventually it does break out into a small corridor, and you have a small door in front of you, closed. As you step closer to the door, within 10 feet of the door, that same sort of whispery, echoey voice of Heinrich that you heard previously that day. You believe you have discovered great secret. You have discovered nothing. And it repeats twice more, just sort of whispery and echoey. Anyone with any arcane knowledge would automatically know almost immediately this is probably an arcane echo or some kind of... It's like a recording almost. It seems like it's played on cue. Yeah, kind of like Magic Mouth, something similar to that.
Chatty old prick.
Is it bothering you?
Not really. It was more annoying in life.
My gut
than
tells
it
me
is
not
as
to trust
a
this.
disembodied voice. Trust
Not
what?
to
He's
trust
telling
what?
us we've not found anything.
Yeah. So then he's reverse psychology.
What you
So we
think?
can tell him.
Oh,
Okay,
you didn't find
see ya.
anything, but in reality, we found making us think we found something because he's trying
What
to
if
lead
it's
us
the
astray.
other way? He's making us think that we found something, and then we don't think that we found anything. Oh, sorry, making us not think we didn't
If we
find a thing,
believe
but we
him,
did find a thing,
we're
but maybe we didn't find a thing.
We're damned if we do, and we're damned if we don't.
You're just damned.
Exactly.
Ripple's
Well, I
very
mean,
What is Ripple?
Conflicted.
let's just go through the door then.
confused,
Be confused. Sorry.
but she's gonna walk through that door.
Are you confused?
But let you
You put your
recheck the
hand.
door
Who's
first.
opening the door? Who's opening the door?
Oh no.
Ripple's opening the door. So you put your hand on the door ring, and it's just a steel ring, and you know that you got to twist it one way or the other to lift the latch to open it. You twist the latch, you hear it lift, and you go to push through it, and the door catches in its frame. You got to give it a bit more of a push. Not a strength check or anything like that. You got to give it a bit of a nudge before it opens. And as it swings open, the light spills into the room from the torch. It appears almost not unlike one of the rooms upstairs. Stacks of timber, looks like coffin fittings, a few rusted tools, some storage crates line one of the walls, a couple of barrels.
Nothing exciting then.
The door at the far end.
Ah.
It's just a small wooden door. I
It's
forgot
another
about it.
little wooden
Yeah, it's
door.
another small door.
Is there any strange smells in this room? Does it just smell stale?
It just smells dusty. Like there's
know, like-
nothing like don't have the smell of
Oh,
death
yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah, no biology.
No,
Is it
just
worth
has the smell
having
of
a look through
dust
the
and sort of
boxes and
mustiness.
things?
Yes, of
If-
course.
Like
I mean-
moving boxes around and stuff just to
Well,
see.
He
if
said
there's
we
any-
didn't
everyone-
find anything.
Everyone that wants to have a look around this room, roll investigation.
Can I roll perception?
Well, if you want to roll perception, that's up to you, but you're not going to find anything
I'm just
hands
gonna
on.
Any more?
stand in the
Yeah.
Natty
middle of
one.
the
Yeah.
We have got a natty one from Orvan. Look at that.
I'm just gonna
Your
stand in
dice
the
hate
middle
you.
of the room, shedding a light.
Oh my god, these stone floors are so cool. Have you guys looked at them? They're amazing.
Well, that's actually quite perceptive of you, Orvan. The floors are indeed stone, which doesn't make sense considering you're in a wooden building. However, investigation. We've got Drake with a 10, Ripple with a 13. Is Arcos making a investigation? And
No.
is Reed?
No, I'm standing in the middle of the room, shedding light.
Okay,
Shedding
so
is
Zurich
wait.
and Rappel with a successful investigation check of a DC 10. You find what appears to be a ledger book hidden amongst a couple of the crates.
Pull it out. It's a language that I can read.
Appears to be common. So what you find, you open it through it. It seems to be a ledger of the coffin maker, like coffin maker. So most of the entries are kind of ordinary. You got coffin for the Burgermeister's cousin, child's coffin, West District, repairs, church cemetery. But scattered throughout, as you sort of read some of in margins and in between some of these entries, you find things like 3 suitable, delivered. Another margin says 1 rejected. Then a few pages over, you find in between 2 entries, the master is pleased. And then towards the last entry in the book, it's await further instruction.
I feel like I should write an entry in this. Something that basically just says, it's all going to plan.
Do you attempt to write in
Say
it?
that out loud? What the-
Yeah, I am saying it out loud.
You don't think this is cursed?
I mean, can't one of
What's
you
going
tell
to
whether
plan?
it's magic? Like, surely if it's a magic book, someone here would know it was a magic
What
book.
if he gets sucked into the book?
I mean,
Well,
I'd
maybe
be
you'll
more
learn
comfortable
something
at
in the
night.
book.
Wouldn't have to watch my back.
I thought he was the big spoon.
Yeah, that's why my back.
I have a look around and see if I can see Ryuk.
Oh shit, Death Note, let's go. I mean, look, I can't revive you right now, but I can pump you up again, and maybe dispel a curse if it does go that way. Not right now, but tomorrow.
So they've been literally attacking. They just attacked the city with their own dead.
What? This coffin maker guy?
You don't get it?
No.
3 suitable to be turned into those things.
It said 1 rejected.
Yeah.
As well?
As in, the body wasn't good for it.
Good for what?
Turning them
Into soldiers?
to, like,
For
undead. Like the creepy things that chased us from the last place.
no, I was never.
Yes, they did face 3 vampire spawn.
Seems like everything that goes wrong is when I'm not here. Maybe
Or
it's
when
me. Rips off the mask.
It's the vampire spawn, and when we left Kresk, they had all those, like, misfit.
Oh, the mongrel
Free-
folk.
Yes, like, everybody's just making puppets.
So do you
Was that the
think
abbot?
this-
That was, yeah. That I mean, you
We
know,
had
as
an
far as you
inkling that
know,
it was the abbot.
yeah.
True.
As far as you know, that the abbot's responsible for that.
Is there anything I can learn from just studying the book that gives me any sense that it is magical in any way?
Nah, it looks fairly mundane. But
Okay.
it's
Makes sense.
it's an old leather-bound tome. The
Yeah.
pages are fairly worn. If anything, it looks old.
Yeah. How long ago does it look like the last entry was made?
It seems fairly recent. It's like thumbing through the pages. If you go back towards the first entries, the first entries is what probably would catch your eye, being an archaeologist, is those pages seem a lot more brittle. Like the book itself looks old, but the pages seem to be fairly brittle. Like the paper itself is very old, but the ink, earlier. It's quite a big book too, so it's got a lot of stuff in the first few pages. But the ink is old and faded, which would give you an indication that it's been there for a long time.
And
Does
there's
it
ink
look
and it's
like-
not blood.
No, it's definitely ink.
Does it look like a difference between I know you're looking at it, Drake, sorry.
You can all
The
look at
writing, like, is there two different writing entries?
it. The
no, like-
handwriting's all the same.
Okay. I was just wondering if it's like a code to like send off to, you know, await further information. Seems like somebody
No.
is returning a message back.
No, also, all the written text in here is all written by the same hand.
I mean, this seems like it'll be fine. Do what you want.
I leave it here on top of the barrel. The barrel's full.
I mean,
It's all just tools and supplies and
Yeah.
like it's
well,
just a lot of extra stuff here.
I mean,
It's a lot
I
of
don't
old
think I'd
stuff
leave
too.
it here. That's damning evidence.
Damning.
You want to take it?
So, I think we should give it to the guards.
I think-
if anything.
Well,
They
he's
won't come
already
down
dealt
here.
with. If they were questioning us instead, then yeah, I'd probably agree. But
Well,
we
I
already-
mean, he's not dealt with though. He was talking to us after he was dead, and he basically said he was gonna get us afterward later.
yeah, I just mean we don't need to prove it was him responsible.
Well, I mean, he's not here. For all they know, we hit him somewhere. I mean,
Your previous interaction with the guard when you left the coffin maker was they were more concerned about getting the bones returned,
right.
and it seems like they were going to investigate this further, like which is why the guard was posted outside. However, the guard, even with the guard posted outside, like you get the impression that they kind of believe your version of events, but it doesn't seem to be any suspicion thrown on you guys.
Take the book if you want.
I mean, I just never trust the Burgermeister. You never know what he's gonna do. I don't like him, and you never know what he's gonna tell them to do.
I mean, for now we're helping these people, but nothing's changed. We're not staying here. There's no onus on us to
I know that.
do any more than we've done already. But if you'd like to take the book, I don't see a problem with it. Nothing bad happened to Drake. He hasn't grown any more appendages or gone any weirder than he already is.
Well, the
so-
other day when I went to relieve myself, no.
He's on the dual wang. No.
Good lord.
Well,
Lord.
there's still a door to go
Luke?
through.
How do you
There is
guys
a door.
know that? Another door. Oh yeah, at the end.
Yes.
There's always another door.
And where there's one,
Well-
there's two.
Why do I get the feeling this opens to a tunnel?
Secret
Very nice.
tunnel.
We can have a look. Let's go and open that door.
Who's opening the door?
Who do you think?
Ripple, as you put your hand on the door, you try to open it and it is locked.
Oh, Captain.
Yeah. Well,
That looks like your kind of thing there, my friend.
I'll make sure there's nothing untoward about the door before I try and unlock it.
Roll an investigation.
Hopefully your wrists hold up this time, bud.
Is the voice still around as well, or is it gone
You haven't
away?
heard it since that last one.
Okay.
And with
Oh.
a 23, the lock gives up its secrets quite easily. A fairly easy lock. It's got slide bolt and padlock. Like it's not like a key lock, but it has a big slide bolt and padlock on it. And it's a padlock that you've seen thousands of times in your lifetime, and easily dealt with. And as you swing the door open, oh no, that was check for traps, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No traps.
Hooray!
Thanks about that. Hurrah! And he's
It's not
opened
good.
the
That
door.
was my bad.
I'll
My bad.
I'll just let him go. I'm like,
Yep, sweet. That sounds good to
So-
us.
Yes. Now you can. I mean, you unlock it easily with a bloody what you got there, 17.
17.
So same description. Easily gives up its fucking secrets. The door swings open freely, and there is a small chamber beyond. Inside there, it looks like the shelves filled with rolled up parchments and books, other pieces of paper, small desk as well.
Oh,
There is a lamp,
Drake.
like a lamp on the desk, an unlit lamp as well.
This looks like something you would like.
Why would you?
Again,
been
anyone
kind
who
of
wishes,
mundane,
yeah, and again, anyone who wishes to have a good look around this room, and there is another doorway in the right-hand side of this room, as well.
I'm gonna go and check out that doorway. But I'm gonna
Any-
look around.
Anyone
boy.
wants to look around, anyone who wants to look around hands-on. If you're going hands-on, again, investigation, otherwise perception.
Always hands.
I want to comb through the desk.
Who was that with
Ooh,
a
I want to
two?
look for
Oh my
like
God.
false bottoms and stuff.
Oh, it's taking a while for it to come
Guys,
through.
don't fuck me.
So
Seriously.
Ripple with a natural one.
So I'm just gonna go and just face plant into the door because I tripped over whatever the fuck that was.
Yes, you tripped over an old tome that was on the ground and smacked your face in the door. It didn't take any damage. So Reed and Orvan and Jarek with a 9. So Jarek and Reed, you don't really see anything that sort of stands out. Orvan, you find what looks like property records, personal correspondence, it seems. And the one thing, which is kind of fitting that you found this actually, because you specifically asked about the handwriting in the ledger. All of this documentation is in the same handwriting. It's all identical. The ink is faded. Some of this paper is yellowed and very, very old. But the signature on a lot of these documents are the same. Heinrich Vanderbilt.
Well, it just looks like a bunch of boring ass paperwork. We could own a house again, I guess, just like the manor. Yay.
Indeed.
I don't know, maybe that, oh no, maybe that voice was right. It was, we didn't find anything. We're not gonna find anything. It's just a whole bunch of boring stuff.
Why so deep in the ground?
I don't know. There's also stone.
this-
Did you see?
This house
Stone
has to
floor?
be. This house has to be, like,
Well,
very old with all the buildings around it.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Do I
This
get a
has to
sense
be
of
old.
the age of these rooms?
These rooms definitely feel even just the feeling of it feel a lot older than the building above. Roll, Mr. Jarek, again because of your, I think because of the tome and your natural talent of archaeology. Roll a history check at advantage. Looking for a DC of 14 here. Dirty 20, look at that. So, just, even though you didn't really notice the documentation too much, didn't take much notice of what was on the documentation, now that it's been sort of pointed out, the age of things, you pick up one of the yellowed pieces of parchment paper, and it almost crumbles in your hand as you pick it up. And you look at the handwriting, so again, identical to the ledger in the previous room. The signature is very fine. It's again Heinrich Vanderbilt. But you would date this piece of paper to be at least a century old, at least, possibly older, which would kind of stand to reason considering what you now know of Heinrich. But he's definitely a lot older than even you probably gave him credit for. Like, he was obviously a vampire spawn. He gave that, obviously that was pretty obvious by the end of it. But this kind of leans into the fact that he's been around for at least a century in this town.
I turn to Reed and I'm like, well, you see, when it's old and age. If you remember on the digs we've done, sometimes the earth over time builds up around, and the aged things get deeper. They don't actually change, it's just that everything else gets higher.
You know what I'm
It's
starting
built
to
on top
notice?
of.
This
Is
just
this not
clicked in my
just
head.
We could be stumbling onto a den.
How is this not obvious to them? Unless humans just live longer here.
I don't think so. This seems to be.
Yeah, but wouldn't people notice that he's been around for that long?
Do you see
and he's
some of
not-
those empty
you-
husks out there? Do you think they would notice?
Well,
But
and
that's
plus-
the thing.
did you recognize that no one really paid much attention when the fire was going on at the pyre?
Well, right. But what I'm saying is the people that have emotion and such, like even at the winery, he said he'd been alive for, I don't know what it was, a couple 100 years, 200 years or whatever. The hunter said he was alive for like, multiple lifetimes. Like, they're druids, or druidic, raven folk. Were ravens. So like, but the normal people here seem to be unnoticing to people living hundreds of years.
Oh,
So
I just don't think there's enough of them around long enough to notice.
I guess, yeah. The turnover rate, kind of like local bar hops.
And I think Heinrich himself could have been part of that.
It's just like back home, like that'd be like obvious. And like no one get it. I just don't get it.
But is it just like memories, these empty husks that of their former selves, like we were at Durst Manor, and that was some weird stuck in time thing.
Right.
Do you think these are the same, or are you saying we can't trust the people who are normal, showing emotion?
Maybe part of me wants to think it's because they can't do anything about it anyway. But then part of me is like, are they just oblivious to it and it's normal for people to live longer here? Like, I just don't know. My perception of time, it just doesn't exist here, and I don't know what to do.
Well, it's the same as those other, back home, the other races, like
Yeah.
elves.
Right. But
Live
these are
their
supposed to
perception
be
of time is
humans.
different.
Right, but these are supposed to be humans, and you'd think they'd notice
your
if somebody's
assumption.
been around. Right, exactly.
Mm.
That's all I know. That's all I know. They're humans.
They appear to be human to you, correct?
Right, exactly.
Well, the were ravens technically not human.
Right, and that I understand.
And the wolves not human, right?
Right.
And these
And
vampires not human.
They're not human, but the rest of the
Maybe
people seem to be human. Reed is having like a mental like
He's having a mental
right now.
breakdown.
existential crisis in the
literally he's
corner.
just like
His brain
everything's
is
like
fried.
what?
It's like, whoa, mind blowing,
What if we
dude.
all are human?
Who gave me mushrooms?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
well,
so
that-
Ripple,
like
you
that-
after tripping and hitting your face on the door, it does swing open. It's not locked.
oh, beautiful. Ouch. So I'm just going to go in there. I'm not taking any notice of them because I'm kind of rubbing my face going, well, this is
This
actually
room is very
really
dark.
cool.
You get a bit of spill from the torch in the room you're in, but it is very dark. As you see,
I'm just
do you
gonna-
have dark vision?
No,
No.
I don't think so. Pretty sure I don't.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
No, I don't.
So yeah,
So I'm
you could as
Oh,
what you
15. Dark vision of 15.
no, that's
means-
just what I've given you
Yeah.
because of game stuff.
I think
They
you and
technically
me are the
don't.
only ones
Yeah.
that don't.
Okay, I'm blind.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ulvan,
So
I don't know,
technically,
can't
I've given
remember.
you what I've done is I've sort of based it on human eyes.
can
When you
see
step
the- I can see
outside,
the-
if you stepped outside in the dark, you can see around you, like within a certain distance. You can see. Beyond that, you can't see anything.
No,
So there's a
I
little
can
bit of
see
ambient
Jack.
light spilling into this room from the torchlight from Reed. So you do see it is definitely another chamber off this one. It's another stone chamber. It feels really cold in here. Is one thing. The first thing you notice is that it's a lot cooler.
Just not going to go
You
any further.
can't
if I
can't really
see.
see anything beyond that.
I'm going to be holding on to the door as well because it kind of hurt my face.
Yes, it did.
Would you like a hand with that door?
Yes, please. I can't see Jack and my face is sore, so.
None of us are Jack.
I mean, do you want a torch? Do you want your own torch? As
Actually,
I
it's
start
not a
pulling
dumb
out
idea.
torches, and I'm
Yes,
just gonna
please.
start like handing them out.
Hey.
Torches.
So you light another torch, you take it into the room with you. And what you see in this chamber is
What you see?
it's
is
almost like a shrine. Black candles surround a stone throne carved directly into the surrounding rock. Dried roses cover the floor. Dust, a thick layer of dust blankets the entire surface here. Yet there's a kneeling cushion before the throne that appears to be recently used. There's no holy symbols, no statues, no iconography, only the throne. It seems
That
to be
makes it-
kind of like regalish. Stand behind that, on the right-hand wall, is a heavy curtain as well. That seems to be drawn together.
Oh, that's not going to be drawn
Always.
for long.
Another door. Ugh.
I see out
Roses. Blech. Blech.
What's behind the curtain?
You pull the curtain, and you take
Yes.
17 d6 damage. No, you don't.
Oh, Jesus, don't do that to me. I'd be dead. And she drops to the ground.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. No, as you draw the heavy velvet curtains, hidden beneath it hangs a large oil painting. The painting depicts Henrik. You recognize him, standing beside a tall nobleman dressed in dark aristocratic clothing. Henrik appears exactly as he did when you met him previously this day. Not younger, not older, exactly the same. The nobleman's face, however, has been violently destroyed. The canvas has been slashed repeatedly, removing all trace of his features. There is a date, however, inscribed in the frame that places the painting at about 130, 140 years old. There is also a locked chest. Well, a chest. You wouldn't know if it's locked, but there is a chest sit beside the throne.
That I'll leave somebody else.
How ornate is the throne itself? Is
It's
it
just
like
it's
a
just been
chair?
carved out of stone. But it's been carved with some semblance of skill. So you would, knowing what Henrik does, you would assume that maybe he carved this himself. He's not just a skilled woodworker. He appears to have some sort of masonry skills as well.
This is facing the painting as well.
No, the painting is to the left-hand side of the throne. The throne's facing the door.
Does the painting does it look like it was like destroyed, or like somebody like
Just the
scraped
face.
it,
No, the face itself has been purposely
like
destroyed.
ripped up?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
slashed.
Damn.
So it's not like it's been sort of rotted away over time. It has been
Right.
purposely removed.
Well, I didn't know if somebody like scraped it so it's like still stained where you
Oh
could
no,
kind of
there's
like
a hole.
work
and,
on
and
it.
there's a hole in
Okay.
the canvas where the face used
Like
to be.
somebody like fucking
Like a
punched
torch
it,
was
basically.
taken to it. They were like, "Fuck this
Something,
guy."
yeah.
Meh.
I'm guessing Henrik wasn't goody-goody with whoever the fuck that is. Now,
I mean, what is
Who
with
still has-
these people in their art? Like they didn't like the statue too. Like
I'm gonna move up to the
Okay.
painting and see if I can see any distinguishing marks on the person with no face.
Roll an perception, because you don't really need to go hands-on with a painting, and it's
Yeah,
just
don't need to touch it.
you're going to be looking at it a little bit more intensely. So
Look behind the painting.
perception.
Arcos.
16. With a 16, nothing really stands out. Like it's noble clothing. Like it's any lord and lady you've ever dealt with. It's a similar. It looks like it's well tailored. There's no specific color scheme. It seems it's just dark, noble clothing. No
Does it
real
look
distinction. You
feminine
can't
or
really see.
masculine, really.
Would
No?
be masculine. It's a man. It's definitely a man.
Yeah.
You can't really see his hands. His hands are hidden beneath the, like almost not in the pockets, but they seem to be hidden beneath the cloak that's worn. But it's definitely a man. What was your history check for there, Mr. Tariq?
That was what you got me to roll before.
I did. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It doubled. It kind of picked over like you'd rolled it again. That's what I saw. Never mind. But yeah, so nothing that really stands out about him, about this man, but it's definitely a man.
Does
Oh,
the
look at
throne
this
look like
Throne.
intricately carved,
No, not really.
or is it just like makeshift?
It's
Kinda like
it's
it's-
well made, but it's not like super. There's no super detail, like super fine details or anything in it.
And this
It's
is
like
the
the
last room.
D&D
This is the
version
last
of
room.
Dr.
There's no
Evil
other
turning
doors.
around.
There's no other
Just
doors
staring
that
out
we
the
No
door.
other
found.
doors.
I was waiting for
No other doors that
you.
you can see, but there is a fine-looking chest. There's also covered in dust, sat next to the throne.
Go and have a look and see if the chest is locked.
You look at the chest. It doesn't appear to be locked. It doesn't look like there's a padlock on the front of it. There is a keyhole on it, however, but unless you want to touch it, you won't know that it's locked or not.
This feels like bait.
I'm really
Hey,
not
it
like
always feels like bait when there's a chest in a random room.
Do you,
Yes.
look,
I should
you-
open
do
the
you-
chest with my hand.
are you feeling like this is some weird... I can make sure that nothing pops out at you. I'll dispel some magic if you feel like this is going to be something weird.
I'm worried that it's gonna. Have I seen chests like
You
this
would,
before?
you would not
Have we-
know. You would not know what a mimic is if that's what you're getting at.
Did we not get munched on with tables,
Okay.
or no? Was that not us?
No. I actually
That
no.
would not-
You will. You would know. No, you probably wouldn't know that mimics exist as chests, but you have come across a door mimic in Durst Manor,
Yes.
a creature that had disguised itself as a door. But I don't know that you would.
No,
Any of you
okay.
would have any kind of knowledge of like mimics
Readily.
as specifically as chests or anything
chests.
else.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just we saw a door that wanted to eat
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
You are
Well,
aware
that
that
was
you are aware that there is a creature out there that can look like a door and try and bite your face off.
Well, I'd
Now we
just be
learned about
looking at
Fable.
Arcos going, Captain, this seems to be something that you might want to have a look at. Maybe.
I can unmagicify it.
Oh, come on, Arcos, you're a part. You can't resist a fucking chest.
I mean, you
Found
guys,
anything
I'm just
useful?
letting you go first.
I could
will,
get big and rip it open.
I will see if it'll open first, I guess.
Chest
We just give it to the
opens.
guard
The
out the
chest
front.
opens with no problem at all. It squeaks. The hinges squeal heavily under the rust that has started to form, and inside you find a collection of sealed correspondence, all with
Sealed correspondence?
Yeah, all with the wax seals on them. About half dozen or so pieces of paper.
It's only ever interesting if it's locked. I'll let the bookish folk look at it. It's papers.
It's up
That's
to you.
not me then.
So do you hand the papers over to Jurek or to
No,
Orvan?
he's got to get his own papers. I'm not their errand boy. He can get their own papers.
I will have a look at the papers.
So,
Oh,
as you retrieve the letters, underneath the letters is a cloth that looks to be covering something.
Oh,
Carefully lift up the cloth.
Alrighty. Let's see from where is my... Need to click a thing before I click another thing. Is it that one? Nope. It's that one. I need to do that 3 times. As you sort of pick the cloth up, you find 3 potion bottles resting in the bottom of this chest. The first is a blue liquid, a bluish liquid. It's kind of a plain bluey color. You probably wouldn't have seen that one before, but the second one looks to be a cloudy pink color, and the third one has kind of a plain. There's no real color to it at all. Actually, no, I lie. It's the same as the first, so it'd be 2 of those. Does anyone have alchemical knowledge is the question.
I have a herbalism kit. I'm no good.
That's not alchemical.
I'm pretty sure Arcos was the only one, and that was because he got
Yes, he does.
spirit friend.
So
I haven't adjusted that either. No, I haven't.
no, it's all good. I know you've got alchemical knowledge, so
I leave them in there because he can get them himself.
but if you're wanting to identify them, Arcos, just roll a nature check with your just add your proficiency to it.
Yeah, I have a alchemist supplies button.
But hit that and see what happens, and we'll add your proficiency to it. It's a low roll. Oh, it gives you over 10. You're fine. So the 2 potions that look the same, you would recognize them with a little bit of study as potions of cold resistance, and the other one looks to be a potion of mind reading. So because Arcos, you identified them, I will put them in your backpack for now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it's going to let me do it. Yes, it will. And 2 of those. So you have 2 potions of cold resistance and 1 potion of mind reading.
Cool.
Now, Mr. Paperboy, as you now have several letters, it seems. They seem to be letters, not just documents, but they are sealed. You crack them open to have a read.
Anthrax wasn't invented back here, so yes,
No,
I do.
they weren't.
He's already got a read. What does he need a second one for?
There does not seem to be any kind of symbol on the seal either, just so you know. It's just a simple wax seal. You crack the first one, and in very fine handwriting, it's this one reads, Faithful Henrik, the church's protection must fall. The priest remains unaware. Continue your service. Observe the newcomers carefully. They interest me. Simply signed, your master.
So if it's an interesting letter because it seems fairly recent, but it was never opened.
Indeed. You continue on to the second.
Yeah.
The second one you open reads, Your loyalty has not gone unnoticed. The years pass quickly for those blessed by the night. Continue your excellent work. Soon the valley shall remember who truly rules it. Again, signed, the master. And the third, the relic must be removed. The old protections have endured long enough. Ensure that no suspicion falls upon our servants. The night belongs to us. And that one is signed the Lord of the Valley. So what you'd notice right off the bat, none of these letters contain a name. None really identify the sender. They all clearly originate from the same hand. Some ancient, powerful master that Henriks served faithfully, obviously for many decades. As you read the final letter, that same voice is now heard echoing through these chambers. I have served my master for 127 years. When he wishes to be known, you will know him. Everything in this valley belongs to him. You simply have not realized it yet. This includes you. And the voice fades and dissipates. That wasn't a letter. That was an actual voice, Theo.
I can't be bored. I'm already paid for. Sorry. I don't belong to no one else.
And you would have all heard that voice. And you'd recognize it's Heinrich speaking again. This time, you'd know it's not recorded. This is something that has been able to do. And that would obviously lead you to believe that he's not exactly dead.
Ain't dead.
Do we get the feeling that we're being watched in here?
I would say yes, especially now.
There any more or can I have a look around the room and see if there's any more like doors or things that are
Roll investigation.
hidden? Investigation is not my strong suit.
No, it's
As you
not.
can see.
Natural one.
Fuck, she falls over and smacks her face on the thing. This is not good for me today.
How the hell did
you'll
you stay
take
on
one-
board a ship? Are
You
you
will
okay?
take one
What the
bludgeoning
fuck?
damage for that because you've done it twice. It's the second time
Wait,
you
can
rolled
you-
a natural one investigating, so
You
I can do
take
it for
that
you.
off. Thank you.
I can do it.
Did Ripple have a tipple?
Do they say?
These rooms are just
Taxi?
the
Wheel?
steady floor is not good for me.
Oh, you haven't got your sea legs yet. No,
Well, you're
what's
still
the other way?
concentrating
Land
on
legs.
fucking witch bolt.
Is there another room in here? Because I suddenly feel like we could easily be trapped.
There is no
Maybe
other
Ripple
room.
should sit down in the seat.
Do I need to click
Stop
on
you
that?
from
No.
falling over.
I think it was Tariq talking to the rest of us. Not to
Oh,
the
sorry.
dungeon master.
My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, don't they, like, sometimes places have, like, doors behind paintings?
I mean, it's.
I think I read that in a
Possible.
book once.
Well,
Let's
that's
have a
why I
look.
said check behind it.
Yeah, but you give really bad advice on touching things, Orvan.
What do you mean? Touching things leads to cool stuff. What are you talking? I got you visions. That was cool. No.
You know, they also hide secret escape routes under thrones.
Well, have at it. Let me be standing
Where's
I'm
out
just
Ron?
gonna-
Shove it.
I'm gonna start kicking. Like, you know when you're like kicking like a wall for like hidden things? I'm gonna start kicking like the edge of the throne.
Don't actually know how you start kicking walls for hidden things.
I mean,
No.
What do you mean?
you kick it. It's stone.
Was it like into the ground stone?
It's you can see it's carved from the stone.
Oh, okay.
Like it's definitely
I
not
thought it was, like,
sitting. It's
carved
not
from a
sitting
block of
on.
stone
No,
setting.
it's carved from the stone wall and stone floor in this room.
We just stand there watching him be an idiot.
He kicks it and
fuck
it doesn't move. He kicks it again, stubs his toe, and takes 1 bludgeoning damage.
Like,
Reed, give me a hand and try and lift off this painting.
What?
It's probably a switch somewhere. You know, it's like a. Whoop. Just turns.
Make a combined strength check, please. Just a check. Trying to. It's a pretty big painting and it's pretty hefty frame. $30-20 from Reed, 10 from Jarik. Yeah, Jarik, you struggle a little bit. Reed, you don't struggle as much, but then you realise, getting a close look behind the frame, this thing is attached to the wall, and it's not just hanging. So there's no way of removing it from the wall.
Are you pulling or what? I'm doing everything and I'm not moving.
It's attached.
One of you, stop pushing and pulling. Both at the same time.
No, it's built in.
Pivot!
What do you mean it's built in? Who builds a painting into a wall in a hundreds of feet underground dugout?
Don't ask me.
I mean, who could trust you anyway? You were trying to move a stone carved out throne a minute ago.
Yeah, and now you guys are trying to have me move a painting that's built into a wall.
It's not built into the wall. It's got several, at each corner, it's got
attached.
like a massive bolt. Like it's going.
It's got gorilla grip on it.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
stuck
much.
forever.
No more nails. It's there. It's there
Anybody have a
forever,
pry
mate.
bar?
Do I have a pry bar?
I mean, we could
I
just
don't
destroy
think
the
anyone
painting.
has a pry bar, to be fair.
No.
Or a
We could
crowbar.
just cut the painting open.
I'm
Let's
not
cut the
that
painting
kind of
open.
thief.
Let's cut it off. We can cut it from the frame.
How about it, big man?
Let's pull out
Peter
my-
is our menace.
I'll just
Around the
pull out
edges of
my
the frame.
hand axe
You're going to pull out your hand axe to try and cut the painting from the frame.
and just, right along the
Jesus
edge.
Christ. I hand him one of my daggers. I'm like, don't be a
Oh,
fucking idiot.
that-
Yeah.
Somebody want to give me a boost to the top?
Can't you grow big? Just fucking
He is a
get
little,
on with it.
he is a little short. So you go to put the
I
dagger into the
I hand it to
painting.
Jarik because he's better at this. I'm like, I can't reach.
Okay, so who's trying to cut the painting from the frame? Jarik or Reed?
I will.
You will?
I will.
Okay. As you put the dagger against the canvas, I need... It'll be pretty close to this, wouldn't you? It's not a big room. I need
I'm not even
everybody.
going to say it like that.
I need everybody to make a wisdom save.
I'm going to be in the town next
DC
town over. If you're
15.
going to be like that about it. Jesus.
You're looking for DC 15s, guys.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save, yep. So Ripple is not good. Reed is not good. Hang on, we got an 8, we got a 6, we got a natural 1. Holy fuck.
I'm going to use my luck roll.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
What?
Who's making ability checks instead of saves here?
Click the button. Oh.
That must have been me.
You as
Sorry.
well,
Do
yeah.
I need? It's the top
I got
one.
the
I think it's
same
as long as
fucking-
if your modifier is the same, it doesn't
Sorry.
really matter.
I technically
Yeah,
have a
it's the
higher
same.
modifier. I got a 3 more onto that score if it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, you're good. I think you're a plus 3.
I'm
Yeah.
Can't I
16
re-roll
instead
that?
of 13.
God, we should have slept so I don't do these at disadvantage anymore. Fucking suck.
That's right. You've got still got that for until you sleep next.
So should I just
Oh, I-
re-roll mine?
Oh.
With my luck roll?
Yep, just re-roll it.
Okay.
So Ripple, you're good.
I think mine's different. I'll just do that.
Just re-roll it. Yeah.
There we go.
At 12. That's better than
Oh,
that
it's
1.
the same modifier, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah.
So I will say then we've got. Why'd you roll yours again, Nutty? Why'd you use your luck roll as well?
I used my luck roll because
Yes,
But we're
okay.
pretty
So
pathetic.
with that, I will say then, Jarik, you're good. Arcos, you're not good. Reed, you're not good.
I think I did it wrong again. Oops.
Ripple, you did an ability check. The modifier is the same, I think. Look at... No,
No,
yours is plus
it's
6.
+6.
Okay. So
Sorry.
you're good. So you're good. So Ripple, Reed, and Orvan. No, I like Jarik, Orvan, Ripple, and are good. Reed and Arcos are not good. I will
Except
get
for
you
the
both to
breakdowns.
roll. You're not going to roll anything. There is going to be an effect on you. I need to roll. This roll is. I'm going to roll it publicly. So this roll is for Reed. So Reed, you are now suffering from delusion of grandeur. You believe yourself unstoppable. You must use your action to attack the nearest enemy, if available, for 1d6 hours. So whenever in the next 6 hours, if you're involved in a combat, you're probably going to be okay. If you're involved in a combat, you have to attack your nearest enemy, no matter who they are.
Shouldn't he roll a 1d6 for how many hours?
No, I'll do that.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can do that. Roll a d6.
I mean, it doesn't really have much of an effect. He always
No.
has delusions of grandeur.
So for the
Pretty
next 2
much.
hours, if you're involved in a combat, you will have to attack. You must use your action to attack the nearest enemy.
Oh, that doesn't even say combat. If I see an enemy, I'm attacking them.
You don't really have an enemy at the moment, so well, you never know.
If I see the bodyguard of the, I mean, who knows? If I
Well,
see
true,
him, I
okay.
might
Well,
lose
yep,
my
you can
shit
play it that
because I
way.
hate him.
Just remember, next 2 hours, you must use your action to attack the nearest enemy. This one is, I'm not going to have the same. Let's redraw that result. So this suits better. Arcos, you're now suffering from paranoia. You are
What's
convinced that
changed?
something is. You are convinced that something is watching you. You have disadvantage on wisdom, perception, and insight checks for roll a d6. For 6 hours.
Oh.
I mean, you're about to rest, so you're going to be fine anyway. But you're
I don't
100
feel fine.
you feel like you're being watched. I mean, you felt like you're being watched anyway, but you are
So you're still
probably
depressed.
more so, and you're a little
I
bit
can't
off
I
anyway.
can't
so
fucking remember. I've
You
been
got-
off
You were
this
like
entire
down in the
time.
dumps for forever.
you're down in the dumps for a little bit. But yeah, so it appears that you're unable to cut into this painting. Whatever is protecting it has somewhat affected some of you, not all of you, as you find it hard to destroy this painting. Well, to remove it from the frame.
Was that from me doing this?
You would have felt the pressure, like you felt a real sort of pressure on the mind, and you were able to stave it off. Some of you.
I don't think we're doing that. Put the knife back away in my pouch, because if Arcos wants it, he has to take it from me.
He stole your dagger.
Man.
Well, I can remove whatever effect that is doing that to us, though. Like,
You can certainly try.
wait, we don't know that it actually did a thing, right?
You would all be aware
Really?
that something has happened,
Something happened.
and that Jarik has backed away from the painting.
Yeah, I'm gonna dispel magic, because why not?
At what level are you attempting to dispel magic?
Third, because I really
level?
have.
To cast your spell, so for all intents and purposes, the spell has, as far as you are aware, it has done whatever it's supposed to do.
It seems like it should be fine. We can probably hack at it again, or try and lift it up. Maybe try and lift it up again if it seems to be. That's what's holding it down. Is this magic?
Well, Oh, Arcos, can you pass me a dagger again?
No. I'll pass it to your blade first next time.
I pull out my dagger. And I try to cut into the side again.
Everyone make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, fuck.
Those that have already affected do not have to make the save. Because you can't be affected twice.
I will use my luck.
So Orvan, you're good.
Anyway.
You've got your mind's pretty well steeled against these kinds of attacks. You're good too. So Ripple, what was yours? 11. You failed this time. So this one is for you. Catatonia. You freeze immediately. And at the start of each of your turns, roll a d6 on a 1 to 2. You are incapacitated until end of that turn for how many hours? 3 hours. So for the next 3 hours, I'm going to get you to roll another d6 right now. So we're going to get you to do it obviously for the next 3 hours. We'll see. So the first one, you all see Ripple immediately freeze and stops moving.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
I think
this is a weird red light, green light situation.
she's too tall for me to carry.
You're the strongest.
Technically, it only lasts for 6 seconds because it's based on combat as well.
6 seconds of
so she just
roll.
passes out?
I'm going to change that because that's not exactly how that was supposed to be written. So for the next minute, you are incapacitated and you cannot move.
Just passed out.
No, she's just standing there.
Can we?
She's basically
force her
catatonic. She is
into her
standing
bottle
there.
a little?
Oh,
She is standing there. She's not moving. Her eyes are
We
just
can tell
staring
she's
forward.
breathing.
She's breathing. She's still alive, but
Yeah.
she's just completely not there.
Can we get her into the bottle somehow without her, like, physically
No.
She
thinking
has to willingly get herself into the bottle. This
Well,
happened a couple of times
incapacitate.
at sea too. She's
if
Sometimes
only
she
they
just
could see her right
stares,
now.
stares blankly into the distance.
How long can you keep that up?
Right now, Ripple is trying not to smile because
I
we're all
know.
making jokes about it.
Yeah.
And she's trying not to
Yeah.
blink in her eyes. There she goes.
Often wondered if there was anything going on upstairs at all. She'd just stare listily out into the sea.
Ripple, you're fully aware of what's been talked about too, by the way. You may be
Yeah.
catatonic, but you can hear everything.
Well,
I wonder if Ripple has any daggers.
Oh, shit.
I'm missing one. No, wouldn't let anyone touch Ripple. I'd stab
Yeah.
them. Stab them.
So after
One dagger?
about a minute, Ripple, you sort of come to and you think, shit, what the hell? You're going to have to do that another 2 more times before the end of the session.
So
Who wants to be stabbed in the
someone's-
back, did they say?
Drake. Ganesh. He's Ganesh.
No, I
He
didn't
can't
say
reach even with these little tentacles.
He said there was some hair back there that he needs shaving.
That's a lot of shaving. I don't think we've got the time.
Oh dear.
Well, I need a dagger for that. Have you got one?
That was weird. What happened there?
I think by
Well, I
now
thought I
the
just
more
I'm
intelligent people in this party would understand that this painting is protected, and
Which are the more intelligent
the spell magic at the level you cast it is not enough to remove whatever's protecting this painting.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
whoever-
guys, I'm sorry.
Whoever
Set it on-
damaged it must
set it
be
on
pretty
fire.
strong then.
I'm only level 5.
Well, maybe we need to go back and find, if this is as far as this goes, do we now go and see if we can find the prince?
We know where he is. He
After-
lives in the castle.
Well, I mean, we still have to pick up toys, or do we pick those up?
No, you haven't.
Oh, do we? Oh, have we not picked up our
So-
toys yet?
Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
haven't
right,
been
'cause
able
we're on
to
our way.
because
It
of
was
the attack
closed,
on the village. Everything's closed.
Right. Yes. We need to sleep first, though. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a bit tired.
It is getting to that part of the evening. You've been here for quite some time.
Interesting that the painting was disfigured, but we can't touch it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's
I'm just
that's some
exasperatedly gonna sit on this throne because, like, I don't have any other ideas. Plonk.
Well, Van,
Oh no.
Yay.
make a Constitution save, please.
Oh no.
Ah,
No,
wonderful.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nothing happens.
you just disappear and end up home.
Oh no, she's
also-
gone.
I'm also just trying to, like, figure out, like, why, like, I'm just sitting here staring at this door, like, why the hell is a throne here, door, painting? This makes no sense.
What's on the back
You
of
know?
the door?
It's on the back of the door. You want to have a look?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you close the door.
The picture that's defaced.
As you close the door, you hear an audible click
Oh no.
as the door locks as you close it.
Oh. Fuck my life.
It's
Seriously?
playtime.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
There's nothing on the back of the door.
Okay.
See, Drax knows. He had the same idea. Honestly, I thought about it. I did think about it, chat. I did think about it, team. I did think about having, if someone closed the door, having it lock and having the throne be a mimic, but that was just way too cliche. So I decided against it.
Just sucks Orvan in.
We still have to check out the trapdoor, yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
We haven't been there.
You're in the trap
I
door.
thought we
you
were.
We're in the
nice.
I was
trap.
going to say, is this the trapdoor? Because we went down a really long
He's-
flight.
you did.
He says that, and Reed just goes. For fuck's
Yeah.
Jarek's just in his
Oh,
own
just-
world, it's fine.
hand face palm moment there.
This
I mean, the
was,
trap door could be a mimic. You just haven't noticed it yet.
Yeah.
This was a huge waste of time. Yeah.
Cushion. Does anybody? Why?
I mean,
Yeah,
you've
never mind.
discovered obviously that Heinrich was definitely behind the stealing of the bones. For what reason and why he so easily gave them up, you don't know.
Well, I mean,
But you've definitely got ties of Heinrich to whatever this dark entity is that rules this land.
yeah, the red eyes, scary man.
Yeah.
That ripped the minister apart. Reed's having a PTSD moment. Just like,
What do you mean? You're good grandeur. You're, like, fine, dude.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
but-
You're fine at the moment. You got delusions
I
of
feel
grandeur.
like I'm unstoppable, but
So,
I can
like-
still like, shit, that guy is fucking crazy and I want to kill him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, that feeling of being watched, specifically, especially for Arcos, is getting a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
And I think Arcos's paranoia is really starting to seep out into the rest of the room, and is becoming quite evident. He starts pacing backwards and forwards, and starts.
Is he thumping?
He's really uncomfortable in this room.
So shall we go back up?
Yes.
Get some fresh air.
Arcos, does your
I
leg
know.
always do that?
I
My
say
what?
fresh.
So,
He's making a rabbit joke.
I
Don't
can
worry
hear it.
about it. We're just going. just.
So you make your way
Arcos is
back.
fine.
You make your way back back into the room where you found the letters, then back up through the storage area, back up the stairs. And again, going back up those stairs, it takes a lot longer than you think it should. So there's definitely some magic here. That much is pretty evident. Back into the storage room of Heinrich's coffin shop, down the stairs, back out the front. You shut the door behind you. The guard, not that same guard is there. It seems that there's been a change of the guard. But he gives you a nod. Obviously, he's been given the information that you're in there. Gives you a nod as you walk past. And you heading back to the inn, to your rooms at the inn, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we probably want to see if they're back because it's been a while.
Yeah, you know that even if it's locked, you still have access to your rooms because access to your rooms is external, and you don't need to gain entrance to the inn itself. Making your way back through town, it is dark. So the street lamps have been lit. There are still guards now roaming around. There's not really many people. You notice one or two. You do, I think, as you get to the inn, what you do notice is that man, the sort of older man with the colourful hat and colourful jacket, one that you tied to sort of the circus that's been in town. You see him head up the stairs at the inn, knowing that he's staying there as well. He's obviously heading up to his room. You do see he's come back from wherever he's been. As far as the inn itself, the main doors still remain closed and locked. It seems that the Marthakovs have not yet returned, but you are obviously able to get to your own rooms at the very least. If you so wish, that is.
I'm just gonna I don't know, keep on thinking about just why why dig underground, have these things, tell us that we haven't found anything, and then lead to a room that's just for himself. I don't know, it's just a painting of himself. It was very weird. So I'm just gonna wonder on that, I suppose. Something's just nagging at me.
Thinking back on the painting, the other face being carved off, and having looked at it, did it seem like it was carved off in frustration, or carved off so we wouldn't know who it was? Like, has it got the telltale marks of someone savaging the face? Or
the one thing I could say that probably you specifically would know, it wasn't done with a blade.
Okay.
It looked like it was, for want of a better term, clawed out.
Okay. So wouldn't really be able to tell one way or another, but claws suggest anger to me, I guess. So
yeah, it definitely looked a bit. It wasn't precisely removed, if that makes sense and helps.
It's not been removed, so we don't know who it is. It's been removed because the sight of whoever that is angered the person who
potentially
redacted.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, that definitely the impression you get that it's been done in anger. Probably an easy assumption to come to. Who did it is the question. You're not sure whether it was Henrik himself, maybe it was the person in the painting, or was it someone else. You've got no way of knowing those kind of things, but it was definitely done with some further. And yes, the letters were sealed, but that's not to say that they had not been already read and resealed. Or they may not have been read at all. You're not 100% sure. But the letters were sealed, definitely. And as Derek said, there was at least one letter there that was recent, referred to recent things.
Jarek, do you know how, is it easy to reseal something if you've already read it?
I mean, if you have the right tools, I suppose. You need to have, if it's a wax seal and it has a embossing in it, you usually need to have a seal stamp.
The same one.
I don't have that skill, so.
You didn't keep the seals, did you? You just left them in then. Was there a description of what it was as well?
The seals were very plain. It was just a wax seal. There was no stamp, no embossed stamp. It was just a wax seal, just to seal the letter.
So nothing intricate.
No. There's no coat of arms or no house seal like you would expect.
Okay.
Say for example, Prince Strahd would have his royal seal, which would be You've probably seen it around some places. It's the shield with it's got the Ravenloft symbolism on it, which is for Castle Ravenloft, which is, or it would be the von Zarevich coat of arms, perhaps. But you've all seen royal seals or noble seals before. You've seen letters sealed. Like your lady, your benefactor that sent you here, she'd have her own personal seal, which she would have sent letters to you to bring you to the dinner in the first place.
I don't know, just seems odd. Like, I don't know, when I'm finished with a letter, I don't really hold on to it, you know? It's like, cool. Thank you very much. Throw it in the fire. I don't know. Why would you hold on to something like that? I just don't understand. Like, it's just
Unless they wanted it to be found.
that voice said no.
Guy's been around for like over 130 years. He's
Did
probably
say
picked
this
up some
before
weird
we went
things.
down. Just a
What?
fucking game.
Oh, I mean, D&D is a game. I mean, what? Oh, I said,
Yeah.
well...
What is this game you're talking about?
Oh, dear. You think that that man was playing with us? That more people are playing with us? It was... if you hadn't read those, that means that there's more involved, right? In this whatever they're doing. Which we already knew
himself.
anyway.
If he wanted us to find, we would, right? That's what he said.
He said,
He said about his master.
yeah, the master wanted you to. If the master wants you to know him, you will know him. That's what he said.
And like, I mean, in some ways we know him.
I mean, you've seen a
Do
shadow
we?
of him.
Right. I mean, we
You've-
know him.
You don't
know
know
of him.
You know
Know
of him. You
him.
don't know. You don't
Right.
know him
Right.
per se. But you
We don't know
you know that what you do know. Let's visit what the party knows, and we'll see what the party knows about this land. This is probably a good opportunity to get some running theories out from the party themselves. As you're preparing to turn in for the evening, we're going to go. What I'm going to do is something a little different. I'm going to go around each one of you, and let's get a running theory about what you think your character knows of this place and what is happening here, what your assumptions are as a character, not you as a player. Put aside what you might know about the campaign and what you might know about what's happening as a player, but as a character, what do you think your character knows of this place, what they assume, that sort of thing. So we'll start with Reed, considering you sort of preempted this a little bit. So
Reed is the conspiracy theorist here.
So, Reed, as you guys are you're getting ready to turn in for light, you're sort of discussing things. What is Reed's take on Barovia, on this place? Why do you think you're stuck here? You've gotten some information here and there, and you've been given bits and pieces. What is Reed assuming is going on here? What is his theories?
Reed? Yeah.
What is
I
Reed's
honestly think that
assumptions?
Reed thinks that they were. It's kind of his fault that they're here, in some ways. That because the all of the conversations with the entity, they're trying to get him to go with him. So that's where Reed's like, he's trying to fuck with me and get me to go away from my friends and become like, go with him, and my friends can go. So he wants me.
So you think Reed believes that it's his fault that the party's there, that you guys are in this place?
In some ways he thinks that, because he doesn't know any of the other conversations.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, that's what he thinks, is they were brought here because he was wanted by this guy. Like,
Maybe
and I
that's
don't
the
know if
delusions of grandeur still hanging on there a little bit, I think.
that's the other thing too.
A little bit hanging on. That's a fair statement, though, if that's what you think Reed believes. What assumptions do you think Reed's come up with so far about who this thing, or what this thing is, who this thing is?
That I don't think Reed doesn't really know. Like they're like, even assumptions, it's like there haven't been many dots to connect anything distinctly,
fair.
I guess.
So
Like, it's not,
confusion is still a
yeah,
state.
it's very it's so unknown because there was no face other than what we saw in the chapel.
Yeah.
And that's not much of a face.
Well, there was no face there either. It was just pure
exactly.
shadow.
It's just
so
red eyes. So
that's fair.
yeah.
So next we will move on to Ripple. You're directly below Dill in the video there. So Ripple
doesn't have a clue. Ripple is just going with the flow, following her captain.
I mean, obviously you guys are
here.
aware. You're aware that you're stuck here.
Yeah,
you know
we can't get out of
here. You're not sure how to
weird.
get out. Is at the moment the water's weird, definitely.
The water's wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah,
and that kind of throws Ripple a little bit because that's
everything's
her thing.
wrong.
Everything's wrong.
Any assumptions that Ripple has, whether it's about the group or about the situation, like is there anything that she assumes? Like she doesn't.
Ripple assumes nothing. She just.
Ripple just likes to touch things and trip over things, and
she's just impulsive, which is not good in this place. But
it definitely seems to be consequences for impulsion, for sure.
Mm. So Ripple's just here and following, and occasionally jumping on and going, "I'll do that." And this place just feels wrong. So Ripple wants to get out of it.
Fair enough. Orvan, we'll put you on the spot next. What is Orvan's assumptions or conclusions? Anything that you think that she might have sort of drawn from information you have so far?
Well, I'm trying to put it together from the very first thing was the Durst Manor, and they were kind of stuck in time, frozen there, going through these things, and then asked us to take the bones, bury those, and then once we completed that, it no longer existed in that state, and then they were older, or at least in a different thing. So she's trying to piece together that was a time thing, and then these husks, from what we discussed with Reed just before about these people who are emotionless and just going through the motions, and then these other people who have all the emotions and have all the normal traits of again, is this are we frozen in some sort of time? Is there memories? Are they actually alive? Or is it the converse thing of is it science experiments kind of thing,
Okay.
Because we've got these made up creatures, I guess, that were chimeras sort of stuff, and are these other people who are around kind of like a failed experiment in that way. So not trying to piece together bits and bobs of wow, okay, there's a lot of
there's definitely a lot going on. There's definitely a lot going on.
Not
in this
entirely
place.
Sure. Can't figure out who the boss person is, but is still kind of do want to go and visit this prince guy because they're in charge of most of these things. Maybe they know what the hell's going on.
Seems fair. It's interesting. And Arcos, we all know Arcos just doesn't want to be here. He's made that quite clear from day one. But
this place is shit.
What sort of assumptions or feelings has Arcos put together? What does he think's going on, and what sort of directions he's looking at?
So Arcos assumes that there's some sort of force that drags people in to this place to play some sort of game, like Reed said, and they draw them into the lives of the people who have been here for a long time. Some of them might have been dragged in here themselves, and they have the life sucked out of them, and they live this miserable existence in this dreary back asshole of a place. and then we're getting dragged into other people's problems as a way of keeping us here and keeping us distracted from what we need to do. And his assumption is that the prince is like the way out of this, and he's the only force that can possibly get them out of whatever this is. There's some sort of oppressive presence in the land that's keeping people here, and the Vistani, he feels like the Vistani are just another part of that. It's like the other end of it. It's all one huge game to try and distract people from and forget that there's somewhere else they need to be, like make them complacent and give up. And
that seems to be pretty much on line where Arcos is. I mean, I'd say that's pretty fair.
Yeah. And he feels in the party that at least some of them are far more concerned with this place than they are with the lives they had before. And he sees that primarily in Jarik with that book, and he's still thinking about that book.
Yeah.
He's like, Jarik is slowly slipping into the trap that is this place, and Ulvan a little bit too, and they're wanting to touch things, and he knows Ripple's just, Ripple's just the way Ripple is. Like, and Reed, I don't know, Reed's getting super invested too. It's weird, but he doesn't feel like he can do anything about it other than go to the prince, which is what he thinks they should do.
That's what he primarily wants to do. That's fair. And lastly, Jarik. Where's Jarik at in this current situation with the information that you now have? Obviously, the tome has given you a little bit more insight into the prince himself.
I think this is a very old place. And by the look of the people who are here, they have given up and they're just going about their lives trying to survive. If there are signs, however, from the ruins we have seen that there may have been resistance at some point, but no longer, not for a long while. And while there are more covert, unspoken levels of resistance in examples like the were-ravens, they don't have the power to do anything about it. So they'd be more willing to help others who can. And he thinks there's just not enough information yet to know, A, how to leave, even if we wanted to, B, if there's anything that they can do to change this situation, or C, he's not going to deny the fact that he's got a level of curiosity of what it would be like.
I mean, I'd say that's fair too with Jarik's archaeological background. It's got to intrigue him, surely, like just the age of the place, because it is fairly obvious that this place is old and there's lots of history here. A lot of history you don't know yet, clearly, and that's fair to say that he's intrigued by that. It's interesting. Thank you, team, for a little bit of insight into our characters and where they're currently at. Is there anything else you wish to do before finding sleep for the evening?
Nah.
No?
I mean,
Me? Anybody?
I want my fucking dagger back. And I will say that to Drake. He's like, I want my fucking dagger back.
I don't have a third
Please.
level anyway. It doesn't matter. You need to turn your microphone on, Sticks.
I got this from Reed. It's his Reed's, right?
Well, no, Reed doesn't need it.
Oh, no. I have hand axes.
Yeah.
I'm not a
I would imagine Arcos's daggers are pretty distinctive too.
Like,
Yeah. I know
may
you
be
know
a little
that's
man,
mine.
but I don't need that small of a sword. Okay.
And I'm being open and honest with you and asking for it back rather than stealing it in the night.
Because I thought about it. Like I was like, oh, I'll cut it open. Got a hand axe, and then Arcos was like, no, use this. And I'm like,
Nobody
wait.
fucking asked you, Reed. I'm just asking for my daggers back. Stop
No, I
being
get
weird.
it, I'm just...
I turn sideways so that my belt, which is where it's sitting, is facing, and I say, well, there you go.
Snatch it. Yep.
Ow!
Grab a little bit of monkey hair off you.
Oh, see, that's what he needed shaved.
Yeah. Make a potion out of that later. Hair of the monkey.
Right, so no one got anything else to do. You've got really enough time to... You're probably another hour or so before you really need to possibly look at sleeping. While you're all still together, knock at the bedroom, at your room door.
Someone check who that is.
Instinct is to grab a weapon.
Yeah. Arcos is not opening the door. He's too paranoid.
Ripple will open the door.
As you open the door, you see the gentleman in the brightly coloured clothing and brightly coloured hat standing, sort of got his jacket, like, sort of standing there. He nods his head and, greetings, greetings. May I trouble you, well, may I come in? Have something to discuss, if you wish. If you will, please. And
Sure.
know that he's not from here either. There's one thing you do know, you've talked around, like, he's definitely not from Barovia either. And you invite him in, and he comes in, he closes the door, and as he looks around the room, and you can see him sort of having a good look in the corners of the room above you, he looks around, before, and he does this for quite some time before sort of coming to rest, his eyes sort of resting across all, and he goes, forgive me. And he takes his hat off and places it under his arm, and as he does so, the brightly coloured clothing starts to fade into a sort of a brown tailored suit, and the younger sort of visage of the face morphs into an older gentleman, spectacles, greying hair, and he sort of clicks his heels together and bows quite sharply, and he says, "What to give my deception? My name is Rudolph van Richten. I have been observing you since you've arrived here in Barovia, and I believe you are capable of aiding me in my endeavors while we are both here in this land." And you see, sort of says that with an element of disdain. Sort of waits for any kind of response from you guys.
How are you able to walk around with? Aren't they suspicious of people with colored clothing? Are they not like that?
Disguised as a circus performer, a ringmaster, if you will.
Oh.
The wagon, it's the stockyards, is mine. And just as a word of warning, don't try and go snooping. My precious cargo will probably rip your face off and eat you for dinner.
There's a
So you need help with this
That's
cargo?
friendly.
What?
My pet tiger, she is
Yeah, see?
trained to protect the wagon.
It's like he knows us already. Keep your hands to yourself, or no.
And as I have introduced myself to you, would be only forthright and, frankly, polite to introduce yourselves as well.
I'm Ripple. Hi.
Arco's ain't gonna do it.
He's too paranoid for that shit. Come on.
And he sort of look again. He's watching all of you. I'm going to just make a quick roll here. It's in his insight. He's pretty good. He walks directly up to you, Arcos, and places a hand on your shoulder And as you sort of flinch and look him in the eyes sort of flash over with an almost radiant sort of glow for a second. Your paranoia is gone, as is your previous condition also.
Hooray, I'm gonna fix that right now. I'm sick of rolling disadvantage.
Yes, now all your rolls are back to normal. And he walks over to you, Reed, and sort of smiles faintly at you and does the same for you. Your condition is no longer... speaking of which, roll a d6 quickly, Nutty. That would have happened before you got back to the house. Go back to the... Oh, no, you're good. And you're fine now too. So all of your conditions that you would have through these madnesses that have occurred are no longer active.
Hold up my hand, expecting to do the same.
He just looks at you and raises an eyebrow, and then takes a seat at the table. Do you have a condition?
No.
No, you don't. Didn't think so.
His tentacles are weird.
I mean,
Maybe take those off him.
you are tentacally conditioned. But he sits at the table and says, "Now, I am sorry, but let's start from the beginning. Well, let's give you a little bit of information, shall we? As I said, my name is Rudolph van Richten. I am a hunter, you see. I hunt unnatural things. And my travels have brought me to this place. As have I brought my apprentice, Esmeralda, as well, but she is doing other things at the moment. What do I hunt, you might ask? Unnatural beings, werewolf, vampire, ghoul, ghast, revenant, ghost, anything of the unnatural persuasion. Vampire specifically. And from my observations, you have recently dealt with several vampire spawn and appear to have come out of it, let's say, less than worse for wear.
Yeah,
We certainly
I
came
almost
out of
cut
it.
in half. Almost cut it in half.
Yes, but did you completely kill it? Did you douse it in holy water or burn it with fire?
Yeah, about the it disappeared too fast.
I wasn't there.
And you,
Yeah,
sir,
I mean-
are equipped with a silver weapon, I see. That will definitely aid you in future battles with the undead.
The one decent thing in this entire place.
So, as I said, I believe that you will be able to aid me in hunting these creatures, and then potentially removing the master, the oldest of them. I'm getting a little too old to do these things by myself. So what I will propose is, for now, I will leave you with my book, which will give you some knowledge to forearm you against such creatures. Will not only give you a little bit more insight into the werewolf and to the vampire and things of that nature. Will, with some study, will give you a little bit more insight into them and maybe their weaknesses, how to best defeat them. And when the time comes, I will call on you and we'll take on him eventually. Because I will tell you this, and I'm not sure that you may already know, I doubt it, but you are quite stuck here. As am I. I came here by choice, not by happenstance as you did. I came here disguised and have been able to keep myself hidden from him. It is exhausting. That is why I'm brought my apprentice with me. She is capable. So, before we go any further, I must ask, is this agreeable? Do you agree to aid me? In return, I will aid you to get home. So this
Yes.
task will not be easy, nor quick. It will take some time.
Really want to get out of this place. I don't like it.
Wait, what? You came here by choice.
Indeed. My investigations led me here to the one that murdered my son.
Oh.
I'm here to remove that blight from the face of the planet.
So your son was dragged here the same way we were?
Indeed. He managed to escape, barely. But what he became after is why I'm here.
Oh.
So you're promising that we can leave, though?
Oh yes, you can most definitely leave. But as
You
I
said we
said,
stuck?
it will not
Then
take...
say we can leave.
But now you are stuck. I can aid you to get home, but it will take time. It will take a lot of energy and a lot of skill. There are a few ways I've been told that we're able to achieve this. Only one way will suffice for me. But I will leave the other ways up to you if you wish. The one way I know is to defeat the Lord of these lands. Which will not be easy.
Second question. Who is the Lord of these lands?
That I'm not entirely sure of yet, which is why I have come to ask your help. I know he is
Nobody
here.
knows shit.
Well, I can tell you what he is. I don't know who he is. I can tell you what he is. You were here last evening. You saw him yourself in the chapel.
The red eyes, right?
Yes. That creature is a vampire. He is 430 odd years old. He is also a master sorcerer and has studied for centuries. This land that you're in, this place called Barovia, sits within the Shadowfell. Plane of existence that exists outside of your own. He is the lord of this land. He rules this land. He created this land. The people you see here, many of them seem off to you, perhaps. A little empty, even.
Munted as fuck, yeah.
They're soulless husks of
Yes.
humanoid creatures created by him to populate this land. He is able to use them to move about freely, where and when he wishes. So, if you think you're being watched, you are. At the moment, we are quite safe. You can talk freely. I've ensured that we are, for the time being, uninterrupted and unheard.
What about the people who are, I guess, friendly?
There are many in these lands that are sold, that have their own minds. Some of them do resist him and fight against him, though there are few in numbers these days. Many of them have aligned themselves with him, so be careful who you trust, who you confide in, shall we say. The
Any
were-ravens.
tips on that?
Well, the were-ravens you are aware of. I've seen you talking at length with the Marticops, and I saw you arrive with the wine, and heard what you did for the winery. As I said, I've been watching you since you arrived. trying to determine whether you would be friend or foe.
The Vistani?
The Vistani. Yes, well, many of the Vistani are loyal to the Dark Lord. Not all, but most.
Fucking knew it.
I err on the side of caution when it comes to the Vistani, and I treat them no different than any vampire or werewolf.
Shady fuckers.
However, as I said, not all are loyal to their lord, but they alone have the freedom to leave this place at will. Do not believe them if they tell you that they will take you with them, because I believe it was them that brought you here.
Have you explored everywhere? What's at the Gakkus Mountains?
I've not been that far south. Not yet. But what you will know is the mist. I believe you've felt its effects. Do not try and leave of your own accord. Do not go through the mist. You will not make it. If you do,
fall asleep.
well, that was the first time. The second time might not be so pleasant. This is how my son escaped. He escaped barely alive. It was lucky he was found at all. But as I said, what he became after forced my hand. And that started my investigations and my quest for revenge.
What about the prince? We were planning to go and see the prince.
I've not had the pleasure of his meeting at this point. I've only been here a few weeks. I'm still, again, I'm conducting investigations at this point. Reconnaissance, if you will. Trying to figure out exactly where and what things are. Lord Strahd, or Prince Strahd, seems to be on the level, from what I've heard. I mean, some people fear him, some people love him, as do most places, lords and ladies and princes and kings. Many people talk quite highly of him. So if you've been invited to the castle, it probably would not hurt to go and at least see what he has to say. He may have a way for you to get home. I do not wish to leave until I have completed what I came for. But if you wish to leave sooner and he can provide that, I would not feel any ill will toward you. I assure you. But if you find that you are unable to leave with his help, then know that you have another avenue to take. But it is getting late. I must let you sleep and think about it. I am staying in the other room here at the Blue Water Inn. Please, if you wish to address me as Rictavio, the Magnificent. I will be in disguise. And if you need to talk, just let me know, and we can arrange to a place that would be better suited, perhaps, without prying eyes or prying ears. But believe me, whoever this creature is, he is very powerful. He will invade your minds, and he will watch you. Be aware. Do what you can. But, as I said, I will contact you again soon. If you wish to give me an answer before then, please do. And he brings himself up, straightens up his suit, grabs the hat, pops the hat back on, and you watch that disguise sort of meld back in, the colourful cloak, the hat, the younger face, the spectacles disappear, and he flashes like a very charismatic type grin, clicks his heels as he walks out the door.
Well, that's another avenue, I guess, that we can
Yeah.
explore with
Oh.
that.
Oh, and he left
That's
his book on the table too.
Ah, very good.
Yeah. But that's the first distinguished. Yes, there is a way out, and he knows it.
But are there like
Multiple.
so many
ways out.
things have told us that we can't leave, and then we tried?
Arcos is going to take the book. He's like, this one's mine. I can read too, you know.
What
fuck are we doing? Starting a
So just mark in your notes,
Yeah.
Grim, that you have Van Richten's Guide to the Unnatural.
Ooh. Maybe it'll have a chapter about Drake.
What's that guy's name? Is he like the Ware version of the guy who wrote the book about monsters?
No.
What's his name? That goofy guy.
Volo.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not Volo. Volo's
Okay,
Volo's
now-
a fraud.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's where.
No, Van Richten, like even looking at the book, it's a very well put together tome. Having a quick, if you're able to have a quick thumb through it, it's not completely full. There's definitely a lot of pages that still have room to put stuff in. But if you opened, even just sort of had it fall open at a page, you might fall open a page on ghast as an example, and it would give some detailed descriptions of what they are. It gives descriptions on details of combat involving these creatures. So, Grim, as an example, if you want to spend time reading this book, you let me know when you want to read it. And as you read it, I will give you information on specific creature types, specifically undead creatures. And what that will do in the future, it will give you guys advantages on dealing with those creatures. So you will understand weaknesses and things like that, some of their strengths as well. And it will help you when it comes to battling undead creatures in the future.
Yay!
Yay.
I mean, obviously, Arcos, you've probably realised that silvered weapons definitely help against the undead in this place. Usually it's only werewolves, but it seems that vampires in this place have an allergy to silver as well. So you obviously know that already, but this will give you just a bit more information about certain creatures. I haven't created the book or anything like that. Obviously, we'll wing that and just give you some information as and when we go.
Cool. I've
Well,
made it so I
awesome.
don't forget.
Awesome.
This dude has like only been here how long? Wait,
I said a few
we've
weeks.
been here.
A few weeks.
Yeah. You've been here
couple of
approximately.
weeks too?
You've probably been
A
here
week?
about 10 days, I'd imagine by now.
Yeah.
So about 10 or 11 days. He's been here for a few weeks. So a few weeks could be 3 to 4, maybe 5 weeks. Like he's been here for a reasonable length of time. He was here before you guys got here. And he's definitely been doing some research. Like he's you don't get the impression that he's made himself known to anyone yet, as far as like attacking anybody or killing anything, unless he's had to. But he's definitely been around. You've seen him, like he's been in and around Valaki. You've seen him leave Valaki. He's obviously using the circus thing as a way to travel and to sort of gain people's trust a little bit. And he obviously has ways of hiding himself from whatever it is that rules these lands.
He thinks.
Wild.
And I would say for the next 2 hours, you guys do not feel like you're being watched at all. It's almost an air of stillness and quietness about your guys, the room that you're in at the moment.
Does that
Until
mean
you
that we're
separate and
getting
go to bed.
unsettled sleep? Damn it.
Potentially. I mean, you might get an unmolested sleep, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. A settled sleep. An
Unmolested.
unsettled, a nice settled sleep.
Yes, I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Amazing. But
You said the sleep
we've been
word, you
here
fucked yourself now.
slightly less than him, but he freaking has written, look, for 10 days, I've also made notes, but apparently this guy knows everything about all of the things that we have come up against.
Yeah, he like, if you spent any time with the book, like, the book's pretty thick. Once you start reading it, you'll understand that he has spent, like, he's not just investigated here, he has spent the last, not that he's probably going to tell you eventually, but just to give you a little bit of retcon, he spent the last sort of 10 years hunting and killing vampires in the prime material plane before his investigations led him here. So he's looking for a very particular vampire, what he considers to be the first vampire.
This one's got pictures, and he holds it up.
And there are drawings of these creatures. There'll be drawings of ghasts, zombies, ghouls, all manner of undead creature.
Yeah. Arcos looks uncharacteristically pleased with himself. He's like, I got a book now too. He's like, you know, like making a show of like reading it. He's put his feet up. He's like,
So you're gonna spend some time reading it before sleep?
I'll spend some time reading it. Yeah.
Okay. So first things first, roll a what are we gonna roll? Roll an investigation check with advantage because you're reading a book and you've got the information in front of you.
Hey, I don't have to roll things at disadvantage.
No, you don't.
It's control, isn't it? The alt A.
Yes, alt A for advantage.
Hey.
So 15. That's a pretty good roll. So, since I mentioned the ghoul earlier, we're going to bring up the ghoul. My information on the ghouls. So, what you find by reading this page on a ghoul, you got a picture of a ghoul firstly and foremost, which you find this is a color picture. This is a pencil drawing of pretty much this. Shows this creature in this page, and it simply says eaters of the dead. Habitat, swamp, underdark, urban. Got a little treasure. Generally, no treasure carried. They don't have any need for coin or money. It does say, packs of ghouls haunt the rotten corners of the world, ravenously hunting for corpses and those soon to be corpses. These gaunt, animate cadavers with unnaturally long tongues dwell in catacombs and ruins where they devour the contents of graves and paralyze foes with vicious claws. So it says also too that fighting them can be difficult. They are able to see in the dark somewhat. They appear to be immune to being poisoned, to being any kind of charm magic or exhaustion. They seem to be immune to those sort of effects. They have the ability to attack quickly with claws, with fetid claws, and they do bite quite severely. When they bite, they leave a necrotic residue on the wound, causing a little bit extra damage. As far as anything else is concerned, it doesn't look like they have any real strengths other than that. They don't seem to regenerate after an attack. They can be killed relatively easy. They don't have any allergy to silver or anything like that. But fire generally is good for most undead things. So that being said, Grim, when it comes to anything to do with ghouls in the future, you will have advantage on history checks to recall any information about them. Because you now have this knowledge. So if you end up in an area where you need to recall the information You'll have advantage on the history check, and it'll probably give you guys an advantage in a battle situation as well. I would say we could potentially look at maybe having a surprise attack where ghouls concerned, as long as they haven't seen you. We can look at something like that as well. It'd be kind of situational.
Yeah.
But that is the information you get about the ghoul.
Nice.
Anything else you wish to do before sleepy time? Because we're pretty much at the end of the session.
I'll resist the urge to show off with my book and instead go to rest.
You can if you wish. I was prepared for
makes
this.
a like grand show of like, that's enough for one night.
I mean, I was prepared just in case you wanted to read tonight's text.
Yeah, no, I think at this point he's had a pretty long day and
It's been a pretty rough day. It makes sense.
Yeah.
We can save that for another session. So we'll go around the table just to make sure there's nothing else anyone else wants to do. Orvan, anything you wish to do before sleep? Anything in particular?
I think she's still trying to think about a bunch of things that, like, why would they be doing this? I mean, that guy, kind of cool that he, like, came in and said, here's some information. Like, that's the first time I think we've had someone that's
Yes,
like,
it is.
I'm going to help you.
And
so I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll be making rolls behind the scenes to determine what he thinks of you guys. I did it with a first party, and he hated our first party. The first run through, they did some dubious things which made him not want to work with them. So you guys have done a lot better.
Nice. I can't send a message anyway, so I can't do that. But I will.
Oh, you can't send a message. So I was going to ask about that, whether you maybe want to send a message to Strahd to let him know that you're coming or not. But if you can't, that's fine.
I would have, but I don't have a slot, so that's
fine.
Good. I'm just gonna, like, instead maybe, because that's kind of like a stroke of good, a better luck, I guess, of like, okay, I'm probably gonna, like, pray, and tell my God about, like, what's, been going on, and say, well, this is what's happened. This is how unlucky everything has seemed, and how this other bit has happened over here, and I guess fill them in about that. And then I also, I don't know if I did mention this, but because they see him as a god as well, I will also pray to Strahd.
Okay, that's fair. So what do you? I mean, you don't have to give me any specifics on what you say. What are you sort of putting out there to him specifically?
Well, because they see him as like a higher entity.
A lot of people do revere him. He's the prince of the land, so
yes. I can't contact, like, they've only shown themselves in small messages to me, so I want to put out there that, like, I have faith in you. I have faith in what you're doing. I want to be putting out good stuff. I want to, like,
that's fair.
Do anything I possibly can for these bunch of people as well, to get them home. So I really want to emphasize, like, I will do anything.
Okay. Duly noted. Reed, anything you want to do before sleep?
Reed can't do what he wants to do.
What does he want to do?
He wants to he wants to, like, polish up his armor and make sure his engravings are done, but he doesn't have his tools anymore.
No, he doesn't.
So
they were stolen.
So Reed,
you have to get some new tools.
We're just kind of chilling.
No worries. He's not done.
Do you want?
Stolen.
I've got some leatherworking tools. It might work.
Smith's tools that he had stolen, I
They're
believe.
too soft.
Dang it!
Yeah, they're too soft.
But you can smash things with them too. There's a
Ripple,
mallet.
Ripple, what do you want to do before sleep?
I'm just gonna go and stand next to Captain and have a look over his shoulder at his flash new book.
Yeah, he like shows you some pictures every now and then. He's like, look at this.
Yeah. And then yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
It's a little gross though, like it's
Yeah.
eating a thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
It could be worse, I guess. We've seen worse, you know. It's all good.
you've seen worse.
And that's about all. Ripple's just like so over today. Her face is
enough.
still sore. She's probably got a bruise.
You've got probably a bit of a bruised chin after face planting into 2 doors, definitely.
Yeah.
Jarek, anything you want to do before sleep?
No, he's pretty much already resting against the wall, half eyes closed.
Yeah, sweet.
He's ready
And
to lay down.
obviously, Arcos, you were reading your book. Anything else
Yeah.
in particular you want to do before rest? Apart from that?
No, he's reading his book and he's making a show of it, and he can tell he's being an ass. But he's also thinking, like, don't get drawn in by this man. It's just another trap. Like, this man is just another way of getting us to do anything but try and get home, and he just doesn't trust it yet. So,
Okay, which is fair. I mean,
but he's got a
that's a
book and
fair
he's
call.
cool.
I mean, that's totally a fair call. Like, you've been told repeatedly you're stuck here, you're stuck here, you're stuck here. Then, like, this guy's telling you can get out, but not just yet. Maybe, like,
Yeah, we got to do
you
stuff
do
for
something
him.
for me, and I'll get you home, kind of thing. So it can be,
Yeah.
it can seem a little bit too good to be true. But that's fair.
Yep.
And with that, eventually you all head to your room. The girls go to their room. You hit the beds and you sleep. And for probably I'd say the first time since being in this land, you sleep soundly. Every single one of you. You have uninterrupted, unmolested sleep. And you all sleep very, very well. If you want, you can take your long rests now before we start the new session in a couple of weeks. I will give you all your luck points back since it's end of the session, and we don't need to worry about that. So you guys can take your long rests. And that'll be it for this evening, ladies and Germanies. Thank you, team. Nice to have a full table. Nice to see everyone do their thing. Don't stress all around. It happens to the rest of us. It is what it is. Work is work. IRL is IRL. Gonna happen. But great session. Lots of good RP. I think you guys got a bit more information, which is kind of cool. Now, next session in a couple of weeks, you got a decision to make what to do the next day. Are you going to go visit Prince Strahd, which I think was generally the thing that was most sort of talked about. I think you still wanted to check out the Baron's house. I know at least one of you did, two of you. So there's you've got options. But yeah, you now have a little bit more information about more or less why you're here, or at least how you got here. So now you can all go to bed and blame Sayera for bringing you to this place.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's got in his basement. There's still something there.
There might be, you don't know. Could be, might be. Anywho, that is us for this evening. Thanks so much, chat, for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Thank you for enjoying episode 29 of our story. And we will see you, we'll see you tomorrow night for the next session of our Alien TTRPG, where myself, Styx, Grim, and Dill are the players, not Styx. I forget. It was Drax, not Styx. Drax, myself, Grim, and Dill. Playing the Alien Varia TTRPG. I think we're in episode 3, I want to say. So that will be interesting. We have boarded the derelict space station, and shit has hit the fan. So
I almost died.
All that shit right up in that fan.
Yep. So I can expect some gruesome behaviors to happen sometime in the next couple of sessions. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And obviously we're getting ever closer to September. So again, mid to late September, we will be kicking off Vampire the Masquerade, Vampires of Melbourne Chronicle 2. Where so far I believe we have myself, we have Styx, we've got Grim, we have Dill, Nutty, and Drax, I believe, are our 6 players for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a different story, whole different set of thing. It's in modern day, which makes things a little bit easier to RP. You can quote Jesus Christ and not feel like you're doing something wrong. Because it's not the god in the pantheon, but hey, it's a lot of fun. Our first chronicle was awesome. Looking forward to the second, and again, Baz will be our storyteller for that. He's very creative and does very, very well with the vampire stuff. So if you're looking forward to that, on that note, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.